a warning?
There's nothing to worry about.
I'm worried that you work in an office, have children, celebrate wedding anniversaries. The world of heterosexual is a sick and boring life.
If you think last summer's secret is still buried,
It's happening again.
what? If you think the story is over,
Tim Willis is dead. You killed him. They never found the body.
on Friday, November 14th, you better think again.
He's here. Who? Ben Willis. Julie, watch out.
Jennifer Love Hewitt,
If you want me, come and get me. I'm right here.
I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Rated R. Opens everywhere Friday.
Welcome to Southport, a seaside town haunted by violence. In 1997, a fisherman terrorized a group of teens with his horrific hook.
Announce.
It's 1997 all over again.
Please stop!
This is worse.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, exclusively in theaters July 18th.
Welcome back to the show, listeners.
Closing out July.
Closing out July.
Last new movie of
Thankfully.
the month.
I think the fireworks have finally died down in our neighborhood.
I haven't heard any in a little bit. I think so.
Okay, that's good. That's good. But, I mean, this is a perfect 4th of July episode. Scott, you watch this something from this franchise every 4th of July, I feel like.
I try to
get you in the
watch
mood.
I Know What You Did Last Summer every 4th of July.
Yeah. This movie was insane.
Movies. It's a double feature.
It is a
Yeah,
double feature.
We got a
It is
double feature.
But the new one was insane. Listeners, you're in for a good one. My name's Pete.
And I'm Scott, and these are the movies that made us gay. Ashley Casseday, welcome back on the show.
Welcome.
Oh my God, thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be back.
You get to.
And for this, you guys got me back in the movie theater.
I was going to say, you
wow.
probably don't go to the movies all that much.
I never go to the movie theater. Not since I left LA like 3 years ago, because the movie theater here, first of all, we only have AMC, which, like, not to hate on AMC, but every theater smells like BO.
Oh.
Every one. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the clientele.
It's the A-listers.
It smells like BO. And the rappers, this is a Midwest thing, too. They'll eat full meals in the theater.
Like takeout?
Right over your shoulder. Takeout, candy. I mean, it is just, we had a kid behind us who was like, kept dropping his bag of candy like in between the seats throughout this whole movie. But it really added to the experience, because I do feel like this era of movies, I think of like the opening sequence to Scream 2. When, like, the theater is just so rowdy.
Bananas,
like, that's kind of how I remembered movie theaters being when I went to the movies in the 90s. Just pandemonium.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was probably causing a disturbance with laughter. And,
I love a good like, my favorite movie theater experiences like that was when pretty much the whole junior high would go to the movies. And I feel like, at least with one of these movies, that probably did happen with I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. If somebody's parent or guardian or sibling got them into it.
Oh, sure. Well, what was I Still Know What You Did Last Summer rated?
I think this is R.
R.
This is R. This movie is violent.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's pretty violent.
gory. Okay. All right. Full disclosure, this is my third time seeing I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, maybe, all the way through.
We did it for a commentary a few years ago.
And that was my second time watching. Yeah, I watched the first one a lot. I was in college. I'm around the same age as our gal Love and Freddie and Ryan. Ryan and Sarah Michelle are a couple of years older.
They're probably like 75 or so.
Yeah.
76.
But me and Love and Freddie are right around the same age. So in college, I went to go see that one. But the second one, I missed it. And I saw it with you, and then we did the commentary for it. I'm so glad that we watched it again last night, because it is bananas in the best way.
In the best way.
I would say these are good movies to do a double feature of I Still Know What You Did Last Summer,
Yes.
released in 98, and the new one,
Yes.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, released last week, that I think that they
Yeah.
make for a pretty good double feature.
These are my two favorite in the franchise.
Yeah.
Like I was never. I watched the first one a lot growing up. Obviously, it was a slasher that came out when I was 10. Like, of course I watched it. Like, I loved it. But I feel like it was more of a Ryan Phillippe based obsession.
Right.
Sure.
Because the
Same.
first movie is a little bit of a snooze. It's a little boring, especially compared to. I wrote down a list of movies that came out in the same year, 1997. Scream 2, Anaconda, Devil's Advocate, Mimic, Alien Resurrection, Event Horizon.
Wow.
Like,
Ooh.
it just doesn't compare to what was coming out at the
Yeah.
same time. Like, it was just too paint by numbers.
Well, I think that the
Yeah.
last 20 minutes of the original movie, I think really falls off the tracks. Is
Yeah,
that like
on the
when it
boat.
wraps
Yeah,
itself up on the
yeah.
boat?
It
It's
falls
just
apart.
like
we have issues with the fisherman, air quotes, the fisherman,
Ben Willis,
Willis.
is
It's
such a boring
such a big who
character.
cares. Like
There's a reason that there's no merch for this
Yeah.
franchise.
yeah. Okay. Scott was mentioning it last night. The idea of these slasher movies and this iconic imagery of the slasher, right? You have to have
Yeah.
something that you can identify in a silhouette on a poster, something that
Right.
people see and they know, right? This rain slicker and hat with the hook
So
hand
stupid.
combo. And can I tell you, every time in the new movie 2025, every time they just kept fucking saying slicker. They kept saying
He was
slicker
wearing
so
a
much.
slicker.
And Freddie Prinze Jr. is screaming in this like town hall, he was wearing a slicker. That sent me to the moon. Every time I was like dying inside.
in a scene that was pretty much. He was just playing Robert Shaw from Jaws in that scene.
Yes.
Yeah, he might as well have like fingernails on the chalkboard like to walk into the room. But there was something. I know some of the things in the new movie. Can we call it 2025? The new, what are we?
I Know What You Did Last
Yeah,
Summer,
what is
2025.
that
and
all
we should
about?
probably.
How fucking dare
It's so
they
annoying.
I
call
mean-
it the same thing as the first
So
you can
fucking
thank
annoying.
Scream for in the lazy marketing for Scream for this one. We
Listen,
should
Mama, thank
probably
Star Trek for that.
we should probably preface this in just saying this is going to be spoilers all over.
Yeah.
So probably don't listen to
alert.
this
There's
episode if
no
you have
way
not
we can't
at
spoil
least
this
seen the new
movie.
movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So 2025, I have to say, I feel like they knew what they were doing because some of that shit was funny, like funny,
hilarious.
right?
Yeah.
And not just like
Yeah,
unintentionally
totally.
funny. I think they knew.
Yeah,
what they were
I do
doing.
think there was a little bit of well,
There was some
I
unintentional.
can't quite tell. I will say.
I could tell. We should probably divide this into
Yeah, we're
sections
gonna
to
switch
properly
gears.
talk about
We're
it.
just
But
kind of
I'll leave it with
opening.
before we get to talking about
Yeah.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. I can tell that this director has maybe seen a handful of horror movies. That maybe this isn't quite in her wheelhouse to
Right.
direct a horror movie. I have no idea how she got this job, like
Right.
developing this movie. But
Yeah, it
I guess
wasn't
here
the
we
best
are.
Directed as far as a thriller is concerned, but it made us laugh.
But I have some questions and concerns still.
sure.
Before we start into talking about I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, I should probably give it the formal introduction. I
Yeah.
Still Know What You Did Last Summer, directed by Danny Cannon, written by Trey Calloway, based on characters created by Lois Duncan, which Lois Duncan, I think Lois Duncan probably could have had a lawsuit on her hands with the adaptation of that book. I blew your mind this week.
I didn't know it was a book. I had no
You
idea.
had the
it was a
Roseanne
book.
moment.
I'll be damned.
Yeah,
If I know
that
What
was
You
a
Did Last
book.
Summer was a book. Wow.
Couldn't tell you. Is it called? You sent me the book and I
It's
already
called I
forgot.
Know
Is
What
it
You Did
called I
Last
Know What
Summer.
You Did Last?
Yeah.
Dang.
See, and
Very,
it is,
very different.
and it is very
Okay.
close, very similar to Christopher Pike's Chain Letter. I always thought that they just were adapting Christopher Pike's Chain Letter because that book is pretty much the first movie. So yeah, the original I Know What You Did Last Summer book is from the 70s.
It's from the 70s.
Yeah, it's from the 70s. So
Man, how cool would it have been if the movie was set in the 70s?
I think it.
That might have given
Missed
it a little
opportunity.
the little bit of edge that it needed
Yeah.
because it was so ho hum. And that's what I was thinking earlier when I started saying that. And I was like, the first one was like whatever. Ryan Phillippe was in it, thank God, because he was so hot. And Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
And oh my God, no, just kidding. Everyone was hot. It was great, but Ryan Phillippe especially.
yeah.
But I still know what you did last summer is so different
So, yeah.
and
Yeah.
so wacky and so fun that I think I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025 is a better movie to watch with I Still Know What You Did Last Summer than I Know What You Did
Like,
Last
it kind
Summer.
of works-
Even though you'll miss some
Sure.
of the
Set up,
details,
yeah.
I guess. But I do think they pair better together.
Yeah, I agree. Because
It's definitely the same type of tone.
Yeah. I think all of the stuff that they do with Julie James as immortalized on the screen by Jennifer Lopez.
By our icon, Love.
Love. They do that thing in the first movie where, she's just so distraught that after the first year goes by, we just see like disheveled, greasy hair, Love, and all of that, which
Yeah.
I guess they're trying to go for something there, but I don't know. I think in the first 10 minutes you kind of get that. You get of I Still Know. You kind of get enough of like, I went through some shit. Now I'm in college. I'm trying to put my life back together.
Post-traumatic stress.
I have PTSD.
Is she really
I got
seeing the man at the hook at the
stringy
club?
ass hair.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you're right. I think the first movie it's good setup, but
It's almost like I need my movies to either be so bad they're good or legitimately very good.
right.
And I Know What You Did Last Summer falls like right in the middle.
Sure.
Like the scale that I think I've even talked about the scale on this show before, where I have like a -5 to 5 scale.
Oh, right.
And like the worst thing you want to be is a 0. Like no points at all.
Yeah.
Like you want to be either like a 5-star or a negative. Like -5 stars, like Maximum Overdrive. Perfect film. The worst thing I've ever seen.
Right.
Don't know what was happening. Great soundtrack. -5.
Yeah.
Love it. And then, Shawshank Redemption. I don't know why I went all Stephen King, but Shawshank
Hey.
Redemption is a 5-star.
Yeah.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Hovering.
1 star.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
it's
if
right in
you're
the
using Stephen King, would you use like the 1-star, The Secret Window?
center. Yeah,
That
Secret
is
Window.
just kind of a nothing
It's
movie.
the secret
Yeah.
window of the
Yeah,
franchise.
yeah.
Like, is it horrible? It's a film. It exists. They did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't really rewatch that one. I could rewatch the second 2. And there's a third one, right? Hold on.
Oh, there's a
I'll
direct to
always
DVD
know.
I'll always
third
know.
movie.
Yep.
I'll
Didn't see
always
that
know.
Let's pretend that one just doesn't
So
exist.
iTunes
Yeah,
was doing
a
a
lot of
sale
people
on the
do.
4th of July of all 3 movies for $9.99. I already have the first movie on iTunes, and then
Right.
I needed to get I Still Know for the podcast, and they included I Will Always Know What You Did Last
I Will
Summer.
Always
and
Know.
there was a part of me that was just like, no, I can't do it. I don't want.
I don't want it.
I'll always know what you did last
I
summer.
don't even want the
just
memory of it.
haunting my
It's
iTunes
gonna, yeah,
for
it's gonna be
eternity.
staring at us.
Okay, so before we get too into the story
Yeah.
of I Still Know What You Did Last Summer,
Sure.
Ashley, the man with the hook urban legend, can you give us like
Yeah.
a brief oral history of where it comes from? Have you discussed this on the podcast?
Lord, I think it comes from the same place that all urban legends come from. Someone somewhere lived near an asylum,
Right.
and it was a way to keep kids out of Lover's Lane. Essentially, it was that the Lover's Lane near the lake was too close to the asylum, and when I was a kid, some man escaped from the asylum with a hook. I don't know, with a hook for a hand or holding a hook, and he went to the Lover's Lane. And I believe this is the one where he was scratching.
Right, yeah, there's
Sure.
always-
Scratching on the car. And the kids got spooked and they drove away and they found the hook on the car handle. He had been outside of the car the whole time.
So there was that guy Cropsy. Would you say that's kind of the closest thing that we have to a real life fisherman?
Dude, Cropsy was fucking scary.
Cropsy was scary.
Yeah, I mean, there was the guy from the Town That Dreaded Sundown, the Texarkana. He was a real Lover's Lane
there you go.
killer. I don't know if here's the thing, the archetype of the like hook for a hand, where that came from, I have no freaking clue. But I do remember it being specifically a Lover's Lane type horror.
I would think that
where that's where he attacked.
I would think that a
It was
hook for
very
a hand
Zodiac
and that's
of
your
him.
weapon. I don't know. A little unwieldy.
Well, I mean,
does he have to go get it sharpened every
you have
few
to get
months?
very close to your victims as well.
We were talking about this last night
Seems
as we were watching
impractical.
I Still Know. And yeah, this whole hook situation, you can't slash with a hook, and he's constantly
No.
slashing. All he's doing is slashing
He's
people.
slashing.
But
I
the
know.
whole idea of a hook, especially a meat hook or a fish hook, is to like grab a hold of something, like grab a hold of a
I
side
will
of beef.
say there
or,
there were two really great hook kills in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
Mekhi Phifer's death is pretty iconic.
Mekhi Phifer, mwah, delicious, awesome. Surprised me even.
Yeah.
Like I remembered it right before it was happening. I was like, he's about to get a hook through his throat. But I didn't remember it any moment leading up to that. And the like maid, he
Right.
hooks her and like carries her body.
Yes.
Like,
Oh,
with
the
a hook
poor-
in her
the poor
spine.
Abuelita
It's
maid.
Like,
That poor maid.
yes, Abuelita.
She
It
did
was so
nothing.
sad.
All she did was walk away from them when they first saw her, but maybe she's hard of hearing.
But that's one thing about 2025 that I think improved upon itself in that there were other fisherman tools to be used.
Yeah. Yes.
Like a spear
The
gun.
spear gun. Yeah. But because the whole time I was like, he is like slashing people like the boat guy, the dock boat guy. I was like, that is just going to go right into the side of his head. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So I'm dubious on the whole like fish hook as slasher weapon.
I feel like you could use it as a bludgeoning device.
Yes.
too.
Yeah. The side of it. Like,
Yeah, use the side
hook
of
side,
it. I
yeah.
feel like it could work. I don't feel like Ben Willis uses it to its full potential.
right. Okay. So set up here at the end of the first movie. I know we did last summer, 1997. As we said, the ending kind of falls apart a little bit. Like Ben Willis is alive, he's stalking them. We end up on this.
He's the killer.
He's the killer. We end up on this boat, and his hand gets chopped off in a pulley
Gets torn off.
situation.
Yeah.
Right, because he's like on the rope and it gets
Mm-hmm.
yanked up and whatever. So now in this movie, he's got like the hook is like in the arm somehow. We don't know.
Should have
we don't
shown
care.
us a close up.
We needed the close up of it in the stump.
You could tell that he was never hookless, which leads me to believe it was fully attached.
Yeah.
And that was what he used as his hand.
Yes, because we never saw. Yeah,
seems
and
impractical.
we saw the hand get chopped off in the last movie.
Yes, we know he has no hand.
And this is where a lot of slashers get into the gray area of like, at what point does it become supernatural?
Sure.
Right?
Correct.
At what point is it like, is he Freddy Krueger down in the boiler room, like making some apparatus with his one good hand to like get this hook on his arm, or like I said, jam it into the stump?
Is it duct tape?
Who am I thinking? Candyman style,
Oh,
Candyman
yeah.
just jamming it in there, all gross and decrepit. But
Or is it like Captain Hook, where it's like a cup
the nice
that suctions
brushed-
on
yeah.
to his nub?
the nice brushed silver.
They sort of like click it into
situation.
place and hook.
Yeah, he's got it's a whole apparatus.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're robbed of that, but it's okay. But also, again, I think the Ben Willis as Hook Man, the fisherman, whatever his name is, it's a little thin,
Sucks.
but
Yeah, it sucked back then and it sucks now.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
for the purposes of this movie, all right, we're going to just go with it.
I do have a question. I know we're going to get to the finale and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
but I do have a question because I don't remember in the first one. Did Ben Willis talk a lot in the first one? Because I hated everything he said
Yeah, I
in
was
this
like,
movie.
stop talking.
Yeah.
You should
Stop
be
No,
talking,
that's how it is
dude.
in the first movie.
Silent killer. Silent killer.
He's
in the
more
first
silent,
movie?
right?
Yeah.
He's just sort of. Does he say anything in the first movie?
Well, he
just
talks
sort of
in the big
grunts?
reveal when they're
Okay.
out on the boat.
His big moment.
His big moment, and it's not good.
And it's not good.
Listen, yeah, that guy does not need to talk. The more he talks, the more I don't understand what his deal is.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like a friend of production ended up getting a job. Like,
Yeah.
probably
Hey,
not a
what's-
trained actor.
Does that guy have any other credits?
Oh, gosh. What is
I'm gonna feel really bad if
Muse
he's-
Watson? Muse. That's a good name. Very
Muse.
cool name. He's
We need Muse's lore.
Gosh, there are some surprises in this cast. Jennifer
Oh man,
Esposito and John Hawkes.
Jennifer Esposito is doing the Lord's work. I love her in this movie.
incredible.
Academy Award nominee John Hawkes. We have the Oscar nominee of the cast. Red West, who is the boat pilot. I was on his Wikipedia. Best friends with Elvis. Growing
You're
up.
kidding. Mm-hmm. You're kidding.
Yeah.
I just went to
Childhood
Graceland
friends
for the first
with
time.
Elvis Presley.
Oh, how was
He's
Graceland?
from Memphis.
Oh, Graceland is incredible,
Oh, cool.
unbelievable. If you love a tchotchke or
Do
like
love a
interior
tchotchke.
design of any kind, it's totally worth the price of admission.
All right.
It is awesome.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
awesome. And the thing is like every room you go in, there's like TVs sometimes in the rooms that are like set up, to look like they still live there. Or they're like in the hallways between the rooms. They have like family videos of Elvis's family playing.
Oh,
like it's
wow.
so
Okay.
crazy to see.
Yeah.
Like part of the house is like a museum, so you can see like I saw his like report card from 7th grade.
Oh, wow.
Like there's just a bunch of Elvis stuff. It's so cool. And I'm not like an Elvis freak. My mom is. That's why I went. But it was something where it was like, I mean, I gotta see it. I gotta see it.
You gotta go to
But yeah,
Graceland. Come on.
And I'm so glad I did.
That's a very interesting little
But
tidbit.
yeah, Red
Scott.
West,
Red
best
West.
friends with Elvis.
He plays Paulson. He was the one who drove the boat. I mean, we would be remiss. We mentioned John Hawkes, Jennifer Esposito, and Red West. We need to mention Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey Combs,
Jeffrey
the reanimator
Combs, the
himself. My
Reanimator.
God.
I tried
Horror
to
icon.
I tried to get Scott to watch Reanimator. And
I don't really care for
like,
Reanimator.
20 minutes in, he's like, "What
Yeah.
is this?" What are we
Oh,
watching?"
he was the front desk guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the front desk guy. He's also in Frighteners, if you
He is.
recall.
He's in Frighteners, yes.
Yeah, huge horror icon.
Yes.
Joe hates that man. My husband
Okay,
hates him.
and that's fair because Jeffrey
it's
Combs
fair.
is a very hateable actor because he plays these scumbags and these slimy, wormy guys.
yes,
to great
and they're
effect.
always just everything about them sucks. Like bad to look at,
Yeah.
bad to listen to,
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
Like everything about all of
Yeah.
his characters are so wacky.
Ugly,
He's sort of a
weirdo,
Nazi in the Frighteners. Like
Yes.
he really knows how to play an unlikable guy.
Yeah.
And I love him for it.
And
I love him.
my fellow Star Trek listeners would hit me in the comments if I didn't mention Jeffrey Combs. He is one of the actors that has played the most different characters in Star Trek. He
Really?
plays like 4 different characters on Deep Space Nine alone. Yeah, and they're all
don't
like
think I knew that.
aliens and heavy makeup.
Right.
But he's got like a big Star Trek following and kind of lore because he has so many. And a number of his characters are like really important, especially in Deep Space Nine. So yeah, Jeffrey Combs is a big Star Trek guy. He's got a ton of characters under his belt. But yeah, big horror icon as well as.
I was gonna say Jeffrey Combs is one of those people that's like his IMDb credits are probably not super lengthy.
Right.
However, he has made a total career out of it for himself. He could just like
Playing a
work
creep.
cons the rest
Oh,
of his life.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like make bucks.
Yeah.
Like he's really embedded himself into two genres that have fans that would die for them.
Totally, yeah. And Muse Watson as the fisherman, Ben Willis, he has, what does it say, 94? No. He has
he's a big
114
he's a big working
credits
character
to
actor
his
then.
IMDb. Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff.
Man.
And CIS.
He's in Something to Talk About with Julia Roberts.
You're kidding.
Yeah. That gem. Who could forget Something to Talk About?
Yeah.
That's where Julia
I
Roberts
actually have.
and Kira
I
Sedgwick.
don't know what that is.
Julia Roberts and Kira Sedgwick play sisters in that movie, and it's like, whoa, what good
Cute.
casting. Anyhow,
I was
Any hoozle.
reading about the production of this movie that, surprise, surprise, this movie was cobbled together in a matter of weeks. That when they pretty much announced that they were doing this movie, probably when I Know What You Did Last Summer probably crossed like $50 million, they greenlit the
Definitely.
sequel. And they were taking pitches for the sequel, and I was reading that there were 2 scripts written. The other one is by Stephen Gallahan, who won an Oscar a few years later for writing Traffic, that he wrote a version of the script that was set in New Orleans. And they opted to go with Trey Calloway's
A
script
la
that was set
Candyman
in
2?
that was set in the Bahamas.
I honestly love the premise of this movie, though. I think it's such a good
It's a
setting.
solid premise of a horror movie that I think that it's a good setup. And I think that's where a lot of these horror legacy sequels go wrong, is that there's just no real originality in just sort of a setup. And I like the setup of a bogus vacation to the Bahamas.
Yes.
It is giving me very Golden Girls when they go to the Bahamas and they go there
and they get shipwrecked
to discover a dilapidated resort, and then they end up getting shipwrecked.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good hook, no pun intended, for this type of movie.
And especially with the premise of like, so they win this competition for a weekend, a July 4th weekend getaway to the Bahamas. But the catch is, and they don't know this till they get there, that it's the off season and hurricane
season, baby.
So everyone has left the island. There's not going to be a boat to come back for days, and no one is there. So the bars are empty. They have to do karaoke by themselves. The killer hacks into the karaoke machine somehow. We have to talk about
I have a lot of questions about that.
But I think it's a great setting for a horror movie, and I do think they pull it off in terms of like a whodunit. Because even this time, so I remembered who the killer was, because how could you fucking forget that? But I did not remember Ben was still alive. But I knew he had to have an accomplice, and I couldn't remember who the accomplice was. And there's so every character is a red herring.
Sure.
Like everyone is a red herring. And they did a good job. I couldn't remember who it was.
You forgot it was the dad.
Fucking Ben.
You forgot it was the dad from Gossip Girl. Ben's son.
Rufus from Gossip Girl.
I'll never forget that, because I think that is one of the dumbest things in this movie. We'll get to it in the
Ben's
finale.
son. We have not talked about Matthew Settle, Rufus from Gossip Girl.
Rufus from Gossip Girl.
I'm sitting there saying, this man has to be in his 30s in this movie, because like I said, I am around the same age as Jennifer Love Hewitt, and this man played the father of damn
Paige
Lake. What the hell?
Blake Lively.
Gossip Girl.
Thank you. Well, she's not Gossip Girl, but yeah, he played Blake Lively's freaking father, and I know she was.
No, he played Penn Badgley's
father
father on Gossip Girl.
Oh,
Get it right or pay the price,
Pete.
Pete.
Right, okay. Well, I mean, still, I know they were playing.
Pete is
younger.
not that kind of gay, okay?
Yeah, I'm not a Gossip Girl gay. Thank you very much. They had to have been playing younger, but I was like, damn, this man has to be in his literal 30s in this movie.
I mean,
How old was he?
A college student. So
I think
his
he was born in 1969.
Whoa. Well,
yeah, so
because
he was over 30. No.
how old was Jennifer Love Hewitt in this movie? She was supposed to be 19.
Oh yeah.
Well, this is her third year of college.
90.
Are you around 21? Your third year of college?
Yes.
They go out to the club.
That's true. That's true. They do go out to the club. They are buying drinks,
Could be
but
only
there is
just-
that like line where they're
Sure.
where The bartender's like, "Can I see ID?" And they're like, like they don't have.
Can I see
'cause
ID
they're
for
not
these
21.
two men that look
I was gonna say
clearly of age to
40?
like
Mackay
Frank?
Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Mackay Pfeiffer is,
Well, we should probably talk about Love's just sort of. So she's going to college. She has this roommate set up. Roommates with Brandy.
Yes.
Love Brandy in this movie. I think she's doing
Love
some fine work.
Brandy in this movie.
Yes, Miss Brandy Norwood is killing it in this movie with that like scratchy Brandy voice. Just
I believe her as
Yeah.
just like a college girl, like best friend roommate. Like that is exactly who I would want to be roommates with in college.
Oh, absolutely. And it's one of those things when crossover stars, it's like we forget about it. It's like the whole like, oh, who knew Ariana Grande was funny? And it's like, Mama, she was doing sitcoms like.
Well,
I was gonna
also
say,
like
she was on Victorious.
Yeah, for like a
screen
million years.
debut of Brandy, but I
Movie
mean,
screen debut.
how many seasons had Moesha been
Yeah,
on at
movie
this time?
screen debut.
She
That's
did
true.
Cinderella the year before this.
Yeah.
And
She
that's a
had-
huge movie.
Yeah, she had 6 seasons of Moesha, Cinderella, like you said. So yeah, she had some acting chops. She knew her way around a film set by this point. So we shouldn't be surprised that she's like good in this, but she's just good in this. And
Good in this for a pretty nothing character where
I was
there's not a lot on the page.
I was gonna say maybe better than she needed to be, but maybe that's why we like this movie because it's like okay, maybe the performances
Yeah,
are a little
maybe.
better than they need to be. At least on Brandy's side, because Love she's given her standard Jennifer Love Hewitt kind of like she's Jennifer Love Hewitt is like she's giving PTSD. She's giving I'm traumatized by past events, but as soon as that karaoke machine turns on, she's like, "Woo, let's get Kids Incorporated."
Seriously.
I will survive, Mama.
It's like a switch flips, and she's just like, "All right, I will survive. Let's do it." So
The switch flips just like it does in 2025, where what is his name? Spencer has one puff of weed,
oh yeah,
They were all sharing that joint. They're
and it was like
really
not
get-
even halfway
really
through.
getting the party
Okay,
started.
and
Yeah.
his behavior was unacceptable for that amount of marijuana.
maybe.
But yeah, you just turn that karaoke machine on, and here she comes. Here comes Julie James.
I like to think that when Love officially signed on to this movie, and they probably just asked her, "Do you just have anything that you would like to do in this new movie?" And
Sing.
I'm sure that she
Sing.
was just
Sing.
like, "I would love to sing.
They're like, "Hey, listen,
We got
you can
we
sing,
got you."
but we're gonna wet your shirt,
Yeah.
and you're gonna show a little nip through there this time,
Hey,
little lady."
let's not forget the whole entire ass song that she has on the soundtrack that is featured in the movie.
Oh my god!
I listen to it all the time.
I forgot.
It's on my '90s playlist.
How do I live with you?
Well, I mean,
How
I
do I
think that
live with
I think this
me?
was kind of the beginning of them really trying to get a recording career for Love because Bare Naked came out in the early 2000s, and she got a Rolling Stone cover with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like she can't sing. Like,
I mean, yeah.
I don't know if I. Here's the thing: I would have rather heard Brandy sing.
Yes.
I Will Survive.
Yeah.
But-
sure.
I guess.
I mean, Scott, you can't forget her debut album, Let's Go Bang, that was released in 1995.
Let's go, huh?
Yeah. Who? What? What?
Straight music executive.
Bang.
Approved Let's Go Bang as the title of her album?
Okay, so Let's Go Bang was like the title track. Okay, so this was just like a single of 2 songs.
No, it's a studio album.
It's an EP.
Oh,
Look.
I was just looking at the singles
It's an
I see.
EP, Mama.
Did she get any radio play with these?
No.
Oh, one of them.
There's no way.
Baby, I'ma Want You by Bread, she covered. We have to hear that.
One of them is written by Andrew Gold. How do you like that?
Who's Andrew Gold?
He's just a big 70s songwriter.
Oh, work. Okay.
You guys should have a spin-off pod where you just talk about the soundtracks to movies.
I mean, we can do that on the Patreon.
What was that cover in the club?
Oh, that
Who
was
knows what was going
was
on
it
in
Blue
that
Monday?
club?
I think it was Blue Monday, I think. Yeah.
How does it feel? That right?
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was. Yes, it was.
But it
now I
was by
remember.
like
Treat me like you do.
those late '90s like synth dark wave like,
Orgy.
There you go.
Orgy.
Bijou, we were on the soundtrack this week driving to I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I just wanted to put on the soundtrack. Bijou Phillips had a recording
Interesting.
career that I do not remember. She has a song called Polite on this album.
Watching this movie, there's one thing I did not notice, and it was the music.
Oh, there are some songs that were bringing me back.
Not,
The Swirl 360 song, Hey Now, I remember that song. That's the song that I think it's right when they're getting on the plane.
It checks out.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you. Nothing stood out to me music-wise. Until they broke into like the classic I Know What You Did Last Summer little score,
Yeah.
which that was one thing that I was trying to listen for this time, because I was like, did they have like because Screams is pretty iconic.
Well, all movies at this time just sounded like Scream. Like every
That's
movie
true.
at this time had to have
This
Scream
one had a
sound
very
cues.
this one had a very like Exorcist.
I thought that too. I was
it was
getting
very
tubular bells. at
Yes,
one point.
exactly. There was one
Okay,
point,
all right, I'm not
two
crazy.
2 points actually that had a very Exorcist feel to them, and I was like, interesting, which adds to the supernatural feel. I mean, we have voodoo.
Yes.
I kind of feel like the script could have explored that a little more, but
Sure.
we'll talk about that
Sure.
later. But I want to ask you, would you have been this stupid in college to fall for something like this? Being cold called by a radio station about a contest?
Well, I will say, I mean, I saw this movie. I was probably 10 or 11 years old, and none of it seemed weird to me.
Yeah.
I will say in college, probably I would have had the wits about me to not fall for it. But
Yeah.
in middle school, I was like, and the whole like reveal of like the fact that they got the capital of Brazil incorrect.
Yeah.
I thought that was fucking brilliant.
Sure.
I was like, that's genius.
Well, everybody at the top of their head would just assume Rio de Janeiro is the capital of Brazil.
Yeah, of course.
So it's kind of the perfect country to do something like that with. This is also a setup that I
Pre-internet.
don't think... I was going to say,
yeah.
it can't work when the internet is so sophisticated.
No, because you could Google, one, what's the capital of Brazil, but also Google this radio station. I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
if they would
yeah.
have done that if they were offered these tickets, but this was also a time where apparently you could just like be handed plane tickets with no name on them,
True.
and you could just show up with your
I've got a boarding pass.
A pre-9/11
boarding
world.
pass.
I just punched an old lady for.
They were probably taking their tickets as they were sitting down.
Yeah.
Truly.
Go sit anywhere.
Sit wherever you want.
Yeah.
There are no rules yet.
Also, after they won and they're like screaming up and down, which again, this is Jennifer Love Hewitt's like acting schizophrenia. She's just like, I'm just jumping at everything, and the shoes jumping out of the dryer are giving me a fright, and I'm shoving a knife in my roommate's face. But then she's like, oh, it's the radio station, and she's screaming, jumping up and down on the couch. Like,
Yeah.
what's happening?
I don't know. It's a little schizophrenic. You're
Yeah.
right. But also, yeah, Joe made a good point too when he was like, "There's no way that this guy would still be into this girl unless he was the killer. Like, there's no way that this guy would
No.
have continued to pursue
All
this
this,
girl.
yeah.
She's such a pain in the ass."
She really is. She's a lot. But it's this thing where during the call, we're like, oh, you won. You know, you're going to get tickets, whatever. You're going to go to the Bahamas. Woo. And they're like, all right, babe, we're going to call you back and give you all the information later. So love you. Bye. And they hang up. And I'm like,
Listen,
sure.
you can't question it.
Call me back. No, this is real.
Can you put
like,
Doris from HR on?
Yeah, we gotta figure this shit out
to
now.
figure out all of these plane
I'll,
tickets.
I'll sit on hold.
Yeah.
Like, I don't trust you to write my number down.
You're going
correctly.
to commercial, right? This is a radio station. You got songs to play. Let's. You get the intern on. You're going to get my information. We're going to go from there. Yeah.
It would be interesting to adapt a scene like this to a movie now of how do you do a bogus trip somewhere for a scam contest.
I mean, the way you do all that stuff in a movie now is my phone died. I dropped it in the toilet. It's at the bottom of the ocean. Like, you know, you
It's
have
set
to.
in the 90s.
No, it's or set it in the 90s. Exactly.
Would they sort
That's
of
it.
be now? Would they sort of be catfished with those people that text message you today?
Potentially, or like a an Instagram contest where it's like and comment and share, and you'll be entered to win. Da 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 da. And
share the story and tag 5 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
I think it could work now.
Yeah.
Maybe. Mm-hmm. It works then.
Yeah. I know. We all bought it. We're like, great.
I literally, when I was a kid, I was like, this is the scariest thing that's ever happened. Because they thought that they were going to have a really good time. And it turns out it rains.
It rained on
every day.
Okay, so
even lay out
Pete
on
and
the
I
beach.
have had a setup that is very similar to this movie. That when we went to Palm Springs, December of 2020, during COVID, and it was that gray time where you could kind of travel outside of Los Angeles County, but a lot of people weren't doing it. But Palm Springs was an easy place if you just wanted to go away for the weekend.
Because it's Riverside County.
And December of 2020, there was a
surge or something.
There was like a surge, like Omicron happened.
So we kind of went back into a little bit of a mini lockdown.
They went back into a little bit of a lockdown. But
so what had happened was we go to a small boutique hotel in Palm Springs that has like 10 rooms.
Clothing optional.
Does it rhyme with Schmixy Hotel?
No.
Okay.
No. And so it's really small. It's a boutique hotel. We've been there enough that we know the people who run it. And as we get there and check in, they were like, well,
I even called them to ask if they were still open.
We called to see if we could still go because we heard that things were kind of having a mini little shutdown again. They said, yeah, you're fine. So we go, and they're like, well, the last guests for the weekend just canceled. So it's just you guys for now.
It's also the type of hotel that caters to a lot of out-of-town people.
And I said, I just saw on Instagram that they're kind of other local hotel. So the other one, I just saw on their Instagram that they're closing for the weekend. And he puts up one finger and grabs the phone and calls them. And it's like, so what's going on? Okay. All right, thanks, bye. And he goes, okay, yeah, so we're going to close, but you can stay here, and we'll just put you in whatever room you want.
We got in a 1-bedroom suite.
And we were like, what?
They upgraded us
and
for free.
So we were there. We were only there for like 2 nights. It was still COVID, and there was nothing to do in town because it was December 2020. So I feel like we went out, and it was like, you sit at that table, do not move, do not stand up, do not go to the bathroom until
the waiter will come to you.
Yeah, yeah. And that was it.
But
we
that's definitely a setup of a gay horror movie. going to a clothing optional resort in Palm Springs, and you're the only people there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we're not accepting more reservations.
No, yeah. Yeah. So Scott was like, this is very, I still know what you did last summer. But...
Yeah, that sort of happened to me a little bit different. Basically, I was going to St. Louis. There's a really, really old manor. It's called the Limp Mansion. And they do like a lot of haunted tours, and like you could stay there as well. There's like 3 rooms that are open that you can stay in. It was built in the like late 1800s. They used to be like a brewery. Well, they weren't a brewery, but like they used to have a brewery down the street, and like there were these like cave tunnels that connected this mansion to this brewery. Awesome. And Mel, our friend Mel, was going to St. Louis, and she was like, hey, do you want to meet me in St. Louis? Yeah. And she was like, we can meet at the Limp Mansion. And I was like, and we could stay there for 2 nights. And I was like, holy shit, I've always wanted to stay there. Let's do it. So I get there. Mel was there first, and she's like, so here's the thing. We're the only people staying here tonight. And I was like, awesome. And she's like, also, they leave. And I was like, what? And she was like,
so they
we have the keys.
They pretty much give you the keys?
Wow.
Yes, to a mansion that has like a full restaurant and bar inside. Like, boy, did they trust us.
Yeah.
It was wild. They were like, if you leave, lock the door. It's like, oh, okay. So we're in this like haunted mansion for 2 nights with 0 people. It was legitimately scary. Yeah, it was scary.
I remember that episode.
Highly recommend, though.
That sounds super fun. I would do that. Although you
so
gotta go to St. Louis.
They go to the Bahamas. Apparently, it's hurricane season.
I'm also getting very like Scooby-Doo on Monster Island vibes from
A little
this,
bit.
but you know.
Totally.
That's
totally.
the good animated Scooby-Doo movie, right?
Zombie Island is
Zombie
is
Island,
the
yeah.
good animated one. But I'm talking about Scooby-Doo 2.
Oh,
Monsters Unleashed.
the one that's written by
James Gunn.
James Gunn?
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Speaking of Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar.
I mean, so I think we need to talk about Jack Black in this movie.
Uncredited.
Do
I
we
don't
need to talk about Jack Black?
I was
going
gonna
to
say,
movie?
anything
What is that
pre
character?
High Fidelity with Jack Black was fucking weird.
Rough stuff.
Rough.
Yeah.
Titus. Did he work there?
What? Yeah, and what capacity did Titus work here?
What was
Is he
his
like a
job?
towel boy at the pool?
Yeah.
It's unclear.
Also, like, I don't know if he had a house. I feel like he was staying on the grounds of the
He was
Yeah.
just
resort.
living in a
It
shed.
seemed like it seemed like maybe a shed. Maybe he just has a room there. Who knows?
Openly selling weed.
Yes, shouting across the
He
grounds.
saw one. He literally saw a black guy and was like, "Well,
Yeah.
do you need a little weed?"
You know-
and here's the thing: you're telling me Mekhi Phifer,
Right.
alone in the Bahamas, bored out of his mind. At one point, he's like, "We got to find a ping pong table." You're telling me he wouldn't go buy weed from Titus? Please,
Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
as a 30-year-old man.
The 30-year-old white guy with dreads is one thing. I was just like, thank Jack Black's lucky stars that he didn't do like a Jamaican accent.
Yeah,
Isn't he
in
kind
this
of doing
movie.
a Jamaican
He
accent?
kind of is at the beginning,
Well,
but I feel
I
like
think he kind of is.
I think the
I think
joke
he-
the
yeah.
well,
I think
the
that's
other guy,
joke.
I kind of like that bit with the other guy of when he's
Yeah.
taking their bags
Yeah.
and he's speaking the Jamaican accent, and then when
Yeah.
he's just talking with like
Estes.
Estes,
Yeah.
like when he talks to the other
voodoo
guy,
guy,
he
yeah.
just has a very like.
Well, that's his joke. He's
Yeah.
like, whatever.
I thought that was kind of a funny joke.
He's doing it for tips. Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
like
he does
no, that's
this
clever.
just for the tourists. Yeah.
And does he recognize him right away? Is that what I'm to believe? The Voodoo Man. Voodoo Man.
The
Does
Voodoo Man played by Bill Cobbs.
Bill Cobbs. Rest in peace. He just passed away.
did he? Oh, he
like
did.
last year, I think.
okay.
People Under the Stairs.
Voodoo Man. Yeah.
Who would he recognize? Benson, Will Benson.
Son. Will Benson. Because when he
Oh.
first meets him, he makes that comment, and he's like, "Oh, I've been doing this since you were a glean in your father's
Oh,
eye."
right.
Sure.
And he
right.
looks
I could-
right at him.
Yeah.
I could see a lot of the Bill Cobbs stuff being a remnant of maybe a previous draft. I mean, who knows how many drafts this script actually had? They probably shot this as soon as they got 90 pages of it. But
was
I could
gonna say,
say,
I feel
I could
like
say
they
this.
had
I
one
could say this
draft.
character would have been probably at one time a little larger of a character.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, he clearly knew the family because he knew Ben and his lovely wife, and that died, that he beat.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't
All
know.
that part's
That-
a blur.
Very gray
That's rough
backstory
You know,
stuff.
with all of
very
it.
gray, very.
Yeah.
I mean, rumors. But the first one was like that too,
Yeah.
though, because we go and meet
Also
Anne
correct.
Heche,
Yeah.
and she's got a story about this Billy Blue guy, and then also like why was his boat called Billy Blue?
Right.
Why did he go
yeah.
by Billy Blue? Why was he friend? Like there was just a
This
lot. where it
script
was
with
like,
all of these dead
what?
ends. Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Dead ends. That's what it is. Or loose ends. I don't like it. I don't
Yeah,
like
and I think this one, I think the purpose of it, though, I think it was the red herring thing. So you had
Yeah.
the asshole who checked them in, who you're like, he could be the killer for sure. And then you had, like, the kind of dangerous bartender lady with, I don't think she had tattoos, but she seemed like she would have a bunch of
Right.
tattoos.
But if she did, there would be like a butterfly or like line work, like something
Totally.
that-
Yeah, no. She's not going to have, like,
offensive or like
no,
skulls
she's
or
not going to have, like,
anything.
swastikas
Yeah.
on her arm. Yeah. So you had
We-
her,
we
you had
always
the
love-
voodoo guy.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was just a bunch of little red herrings of, like, who could be, and I think that they just associated, like, he was, well, here's the thing. We knew, I think, that it was voodoo, but of course, when it was supposedly protection voodoo.
Right. Right. Which I guess is real. Yeah. White
yes,
magic.
I don't know.
White
Yeah,
magic is real, like it's a thing.
But when he takes all their items, he's got one of Julie's, one of
Toothbrush.
Brandy's,
Hair
and
tie.
one of Mackay Pfeiffer's,
Yeah.
his necklace, which also, like, hello, you stole a gold necklace from this man.
I know, and how did he not notice? How, like,
And he didn't have
3
anything
days.
of Ben's or Will's.
Oh,
so I
true.
know he
yeah,
knew.
that's
Sure.
He knew it was
right.
Will
Okay, there you go.
from the get-go.
And all the
Which,
stuff.
like, here's an easier way to, like, help them. Just pull them aside
yeah, just say, hey,
and say,
that,
hey, by the way,
that guy that you're with,
I know.
he's trying.
I
to
know
murder
this
you.
guy's dad.
he's
FYI.
trouble. His dad was trouble.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's playing you. Also, he knew the capital
And I
of
think
Brazil
that
was
Julie would
Rio
have.
de
And I think
Janeiro.
Julie would have connected the dots.
Yeah.
With all of it.
Also, your girlfriend killed his father last year.
Like, he didn't have to do voodoo with her toothbrush.
2
He could
years
have
ago,
just
I guess.
pulled her aside and, like, explained it.
Yeah.
Do you think that Will Benson knew? Like, did he have the karaoke track queued up?
Oh, jeez.
Did he hack into the karaoke machine?
He
The
changed
amount
it-
of work to put "I Still Know" on the track.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He changed the font to red. It was all.
He changed the font
he's
to
a-
red.
He's a
That seems complicated. I've
karaoke
worked
hacker.
a karaoke machine before, and I'll tell you what, I do not know how to change the font.
all that stuff is. It's a read-only memory. It's ROM. It's not changeable. It's not editable. That shit is like. You
Tell
can't-
that to Will
How is he gonna
Benson.
do it? It's the same way they did it in House Bunny.
Well, and here's the thing: Will is sitting there
Yeah.
watching the show, so that
At
was
what
probably
point?
Ben. And Ben doesn't know how to. Ben doesn't know technology.
Plus, he's
So I
only
don't
got
know
one
who
hand.
hacked in. He's got one hand. How's
He's
he
got
going
one
to hack into the
hand.
karaoke machine? And that's one of the things where it's like, is it paranormal? Did she
Right.
see
Yes.
that
Yeah.
for real, or was that in her head? Because there are like dream sequences and
Yes, there's a lot of
The first movie ends with a dream sequence. I remember the
second
marketing.
movie
I remember the
might end
marketing
in
for
the
this
Yeah, I was gonna
movie.
say,
dream sequence.
this
I remember the
movie-
marketing for this movie. Do you remember the teaser trailer for this movie? It was attached to the Can't Hardly Wait VHS. That it was Julie. It was Julie in therapy, and the therapist brings her to the mirror and said, "Repeat after me. There's no man with the hook."
Yes.
And then he jumps like through the mirror at her.
Yes.
I remember that was the teaser.
But that's not good therapy because there was a man with the hook.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess he's dead.
Therapists
Oh, who
in
knows?
movies are rarely good.
This is true. This is true. So Freddie Prinze Jr., Ray.
He's so Ray.
I wonder if this is a weird thing with Freddie Prinze Jr.'s schedule. Of that they couldn't work him into a majority
he
of the
wasn't
shoot,
just
so they had to
in with
group
them.
all of his scenes together and just
Right.
kind of edit him in
Right.
all throughout.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it was
liked it. I
interesting.
liked his storyline. I liked that he had to get to her after. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Here's what I don't get. Well, I guess it was Ben or Will. No, Ben.
Will.
How did he run? How did he set up the situation to trap Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Right. Yeah.
How did he know he was going to be on that stretch of road?
Yeah.
How did he know he was going to be on that stretch of road? Which car was him? No other cars were going by.
Like John Hawkes would have had to have been in on it.
Yeah. But then he killed him.
But then, yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. I was like, well, maybe it was Ben, and he was following him from Southport or wherever the fuck.
Sure.
And
He took a shortcut, got ahead of him.
well, yeah, and then he had to have found a shortcut and got in front of them. Yeah, that whole thing was like, how did they set up this trap?
Yeah. I mean, I guess the thinking maybe is that once you know there's two of them, that it's a little bit more plausible for them to
Totally.
work out things like this. Because if it was just one, then that's crazy. But if it's two of them, then it's like maybe Will got the info from Julie, and then
But
Ben was
Julie
the one
didn't even
out
know
there,
he
but
was
Julie-
coming.
This is true. This was a surprise.
Was he supposed to surprise her in the Bahamas or
He was-
waiting
No.
outside their apartment?
He was going to show up
At her
and get
apartment.
in the cab because they were sitting
And
there
get in the
waiting
cab.
for him. Yeah.
I mean, he should have at least let Brandy know that save that ticket for me.
No, John Hawkes said,
Yeah.
surprise her,
Surprise
dude.
her,
She'll
yeah.
love it.
I mean, at
Which
least call
here's
the best
thing,
friend.
Bad advice.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
Don't
you can
surprise
surprise her,
her.
but at least let Brandy know.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
let
going
the
to take
friend
one of those
know.
tickets.
Let the friend know, don't invite another dude, I am coming.
Yeah, totally. And how is this? All this shit is happening tomorrow. If I'm Brandy, I'm like, Mama, these tickets. We are going
Yeah.
to the Bahamas, right?
So is Ray going,
So is
or
he
am I
going?
inviting another
need
friend?
I need a yes now. And
The,
if
the
not,
friendship between Mekhi Phifer and Matthew Settle is very odd. These are
I
a
don't
very
feel like they're
weird
friends.
pairing.
I
No,
feel
it
like
doesn't
seem like they're
Brandy
friends.
is
Yeah.
friends with him
Sure.
more than Mekhi Phifer is, because her and
Right.
Mekhi have only been dating for 3 months.
oh geez,
They say in the movie, because when
Yeah.
he calls the house, she's like, "Why does he have our number? My number's unlisted." And she's like, "We've been together for 3 months. He's gonna have my phone number."
yeah.
So he's kind of a new boyfriend. I think that Will is friends with Brandy, and I think the reason he's friends with Brandy is because Brandy lives with Julie.
There you
And
go.
he's trying to get to Julie.
There you go. Makes sense.
But that's a lot of work for me to do, guys.
it really.
Where do
that's
you
a lot
think
of
that?
legwork.
Where do you think that Ben got the money to enroll Will Benson in college?
Will Benson got
Yeah,
grants,
grants
scholarships?
and scholarships.
He got a Pell Grant. He got them all.
because his father was dead,
Yeah, there
but
you
he
go.
wasn't. They're tricking the whole system.
I
yeah,
mean, they're gaming
also,
everybody.
like, you don't have to enroll in college to kill someone.
No.
I mean, maybe he was
Or
just
to
showing
stalk
up to
someone.
classes, and
If
he actually
we
just wasn't
ask
enrolled.
too many of these questions,
Yeah,
we'll ruin the movie for ourselves, guys.
absolutely.
Did the tanning scene remind you of Final Destination?
Hell yeah! But
Yeah.
Final Destination. What year did? Oh well, that was even like Final Destination
That
2
was-
or
That's
3.
in the third
Two
one, I
or
think.
three, yeah.
That's the
Third
one
one,
with
so that was a lot later.
Mama.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Okay, so I just watched that movie for the first time because we were watching all of the Final Destination movies to
Wow.
get ready for the new one, which
I'm jealous.
fucking rocks, by the way. If you
I
haven't
know.
seen it,
Yeah, it was
I
good.
haven't
I think
seen it
it's
yet.
the
I'm
most strong
so
of all of the
upset.
sequels because it's
Yeah.
just not a fucking copy of every single movie that they've done, and I think they're
Yeah.
trying to do something a little ambitious with it. But there's
Good.
something about those girls of when Roller Coaster comes on, and they're just so fucking excited for Roller Coaster.
It's a
Even
banger.
at that time in 2006, that was a old song.
That
Like-
was,
like
but were
Chili
they playing the
Peppers
Red
version
Hot
was
Chili
old,
Peppers
yeah.
version?
I don't think so.
I think they're playing the original.
I think
but
it's the
still,
Ohio
yeah.
Players,
Just
right?
like
Yeah.
fuck yeah, I love roller
yeah,
coasters.
that scene
Which
so
is
stupid.
also
Let's take our tops
so
off.
stupid. It's also played in Urban Legend because of
Well,
the Urban Legend.
because the Urban Legend,
Oh,
yeah.
based
the
around the school.
lady. Yeah,
I mean,
that's
the school,
true.
the song.
That's
Yeah.
true. So in this movie, though, okay, at least in Urban Legend, they do something to like they get like hot wired or whatever, and the heat's cranked up, and so they're like burning.
In
But
Final
in-
Destination, yeah.
In Final Destination, I'm sorry, but in this movie, he just
He just turns it
extends
to
the
max.
timer. Yeah, he's just like, oh, we'll put it for 10 minutes instead of 5.
Well,
and
I
zip
know
ties
because
it.
when she's like screaming and she's like, "Ah,
She
yeah," I'm like,
is-
can you calm down? They are right
Does he-
there.
They're in the room with you, Mama. Calm down. They're got it. Like
They're doing it.
they're getting you out. She's screaming like it hurts.
She's screaming like it hurts, and I think we're supposed to believe that it hurts because when she does get out, she's really red.
Is she?
Like her back is really red.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Are we
I
to
don't
believe
know.
that she's in pain?
I took
Or-
it that she's like scared of being murdered with all of them
Well,
in the
because
room.
she's trapped. It's like she's in
Yeah,
this
if
like
you're zip tie- if you're
sun
trapped-
bed that's going to be a coffin.
I guess.
Why
All
does
right,
this resort
fine.
have
I guess
a-
I'd be freaked
like
out.
Single
s-
sunbed?
A single sun
They
bed?
got a
I don't
full
know.
Gym. They got a spa. Resorts like that have spas. You know.
So this was filmed. This was not filmed in the Bahamas. This was filmed in Jalisco, Mexico. This is a resort.
What do you got? El Tecuan Marina Resort, Costa. I don't know what that last word
It is now abandoned. I was on a real estate page earlier, and I sent
It
it
was
to you.
abandoned then.
Yeah, well, yes.
That so this resort is just sitting vacant in Mexico, which I love.
Yeah.
I love abandoned vacation resorts.
Yeah, who doesn't?
We were very much like, I mean, call us like illiterate and uncultured, but we were very much like the Bahamas, you say. All right, it's just this very like amorphous.
Sure.
I know the Bahamas is an island nation.
They always talked about it
It's an archipelago,
like
It's a
that on
lot
Golden
of-
Girls,
it's a lot
that they're
of
just going to the
small-
Bahamas.
It's a lot of small islands right off the coast of Florida, but it's like if you just look up on the map, like the Bahamas, like I guess there's like a big island
For
where
sure.
everything is, and then
I
there's
did
a
not
lot of little
question
ones.
it.
I'm very unfamiliar with the Caribbean, and
But it's
It's a-
also an island in this world where you have to get to it by boat.
You're right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like the Bahamas itself, like the nation, city, state, whatever it is an archipelago. So I think there's lots of small little baby islands.
Yeah.
So maybe the
So
idea
they're
is
on a
that
little
this
baby
resort
island.
is just a little baby island that you have to take
Where?
the ferry to, I guess.
Where is Southport? Where are they?
That was
It's
our
in
they in the
North Carolina.
Northeast?
So listen,
Oh,
listen.
North
We were
Carolina.
starting to
It's in the
talk about
Carolinas.
Dawson's Creek, right? And we're like, well,
Right.
Dawson's Creek is shot in North Carolina, but that's supposed to be
Wilmington.
Massachusetts. Or
Oh,
if according to the
Interesting.
according to the Wikipedia, Cape Town or Cape Fear, wherever they're from in
Cape
Dawson's
Fear.
Creek, is supposed to be in Massachusetts. But
Okay.
the actual, I know what you did last summer, town is set in North Carolina, and in the new one in 2025, when she goes to Ray's bar, there is a reference to the actual Cape Fear, which I guess
saw that.
Yeah, which I guess is in North Carolina,
okay.
right?
All
Or the Gulf Coast.
Okay.
So I think it actually is set in the Gulf Coast as well as being shot there.
I think the filming location of that iconic coast from the credits,
Right.
I
Yeah.
think that's in Northern California, and they just subbed it as the East Coast.
It's like PCH.
yeah. hmm
Sure.
Yeah, is it supposed to be just like everywheresville, USA? Like
Yeah.
every every
I
coast
mean-
I mean,
town?
I have
On
a lot
Wikipedia-
of questions about the location
On
of
the
the second
Wikipedia,
movie.
when you look at the plot, it says on July 4th, 1997, in Southport, North Carolina, Julie James
There you
and her
go.
friends
Okay.
drive to the beach.
All right.
Yeah. So
That's fair.
that's my Bible, hand to God,
That's your story, and you're
I'm-
sticking to it.
going door to door
Wikipedia.
selling Wikipedias, and it's right there in there. So, yeah. All right. We should round out. I still know.
I mean, the Will Benson reveal, it's so stupid, but it's so iconic. It's
It's
what you
so-
remember about this movie.
I will never forget it. I'm
Yeah.
Will Ben's son.
Ah,
Are you kidding me? First of all, one of two things happened there. One, he picked that name to be snarky and
Yeah.
throw his identity in Julie James' face.
yes.
Or he was too dumb to come up with a fake name, and he just did that thing where you like look around a room and you're like, I'm Will
George
Lamp-
Tropicana.
Chandelier, yeah.
Lamp Curtain. Yeah. I'm Will Benson, Ben's son. Both of those options are dumb, and it was
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
very stupid.
So that reveal is iconic, but then moments later or moments before, when the air quotes fisherman, when Ben takes the hat off and it's supposed to be this like dun 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 moment, and I'm just sitting there going, who?
It's
Who's
your
that?
Who's
it's your
that?
It's your Simpsons moment of all of the photographs of Bells in your Mo just being like Barney.
But
Yes, you're just like I think that's the guy.
sorry, Siri's talking to us. Hey, be quiet.
Hey, pipe
yeah.
down.
Down over there.
Yes, so basically we're on this remote island, everyone's gone, and slowly one by one everyone gets killed. And I do like the amount of people that get killed in this, because you get to
Sure.
see the Jack Black gets killed, the awful Jeffrey Combs gets killed. Once you get to like Mekhi Phifer's death, like I said earlier, that was a shock. He's a main
Gruesome.
character, and like
Yeah.
you know he's probably gonna die, but to
Yeah.
die that hard, that fast is wild. But then the voodoo guy shows up, reveals that they got the capital of Brazil wrong,
Yeah.
leads them to a cemetery at the resort?
Sure, this cemetery
Just round
adjacent
back.
to the resort
It's round back,
is
you
so
know.
insane.
Yeah.
Where supposedly Ben Willis's wife is buried
Why?
and his empty grave is there, and that is supposed to tell us he's not dead.
Right.
And it turns out he's not. He's also the
Yes.
killer in this movie, along with his son Will.
Well, was his body lost at sea? I'm assuming it would have had to have been in the
think it was
first
supposed
movie.
to have
Yeah, I don't
been
think they
lost
ever
at sea,
found his
yeah.
body. They didn't find
Yeah.
his body.
She kept saying like a million times in this movie, they never found the body. I think she said it about as many times as they said rain slicker.
What's the big what are you waiting for moment in this movie?
I'm right here.
Is it
It's
in the cemetery?
Come and
yeah.
get me,
and
yeah.
her boobies are bouncing.
On full display. We
Full
were
display.
all right. Okay, we're gonna talk about the sequel in a moment, or the reboot, whatever, the re-quel in a moment. I know J Love has been maybe taking a little heat, but maybe people are coming to her defense about how she looks in this movie, being a 47-year-old woman.
Oh,
In this
I think
movie,
she looks
and
fantastic,
Her appearance
so
on the
I
red
don't know.
carpet, and I think she looks fucking fantastic. And these trolls that are coming after her still couldn't get her as a 47-year-old mother of three.
Has a beautiful hourglass shape.
But you
that's
know,
the thing. Like,
yeah.
even
You're
if
watching
she
this
wasn't a
movie.
mother of three, she's
Does it matter?
She
Yeah.
is the shape of a normal 40-year-old woman
Absolutely.
who is not a movie star,
Yes.
who doesn't have a personal trainer, a
Yes.
dietitian, supplements,
yeah,
pills. Like, yeah, she's shaped like a 40-something-year-old woman is shaped like.
yeah. And it's it's interesting because a lot of my straight guy friends in college at this time, I mean, yes, she was a little corny. She was never like the edgy girl to be like, she was not your like Chloe 70, like, ooh, those guys are all pretentious anyway. Most of them turned out to be gay. But the guys, like my like actual normal average straight dude friends, they all thought Jennifer Love Hewitt was slamming,
Yeah, it's love.
smoking, beautiful.
Joe was in love with her.
Right? And in this movie, especially those shots in the rain, I was just like, she is serving up that body. in
They
this movie.
are all so wet in this movie.
Yeah.
And I love it aesthetically. I love how wet everyone is. But I also love, I kind of do, just as like the evil part of me. Do you
Yeah.
know how miserable it would have
Oh,
been to
yes.
make this
Yeah.
movie? Oh my
Gotta hose you
God.
down again.
They are
Cold continuity.
soaking wet for the last 35 minutes of this movie.
Yeah. And Brandy
Miserable.
in the movie makes a comment about not wanting to get her hair wet.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
She's
girl.
got those micro braids and then
She doesn't want to have to go back to the salon and spend hundreds of dollars to get those tightened.
getting those braids retightened.
Yeah.
And the whole rest
She
of the movie, she's
also
completely soaking wet.
fell through. That was
Oh
such
my
a funny
God!
moment
How did
when
she walk away? I remember when I was a kid watching that scene,
my gosh.
thinking, "Oh, it is a miracle that she did not break her back." in
Yeah,
that
she
scene.
fell through the roof of the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Which again, like it's a greenhouse. Where are
Why?
we? What's
Why?
here? There's
Yeah.
a cemetery. There's a
They're
greenhouse.
They're growing their own greens. For the,
yeah,
for the
their
restaurant.
salads.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was surprised that she survived, and thank God she did.
Yes.
Thank God
absolutely.
she did, or we
Yeah,
wouldn't have
yeah,
had the
really.
cutscene from 2025.
When she does come back at the end, just like limping over to them, you're like, oh shit, okay.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know,
that's
she-
right.
And
Mhm.
she's literally like, Julie.
I'm still
It's
that
like,
bitch.
oh my God.
Don't leave me, girl.
Yeah. I
I
may or may
do
not
like
have
that they
a
let her
huge
live.
shard
I
of glass in my kidneys.
Yeah, I feel like people would have really revolted had
Yeah.
Brandy been killed off in this. She's such a
Yeah.
great roommate. She's like a sister to her, it seems like. It's not like Sydney's black roommate.
Sure.
If we're going to talk about
Who,
black
in
college
different
roommates.
versions of the script, was one of the killers, and I think that they
Whoa.
cast that actress with the idea that she was going to be one of the killers.
Now,
I think
she's-
that
Right.
She's great in Scream too. I love her.
I think that actress has like talked about that.
Okay.
But
Of,
there
like
was
that's
no-
how
yeah.
they read her.
There was no part of me that was like, if you kill her,
Right.
I'll
yeah.
leave. And in this, it was like, if you kill Brandy, I won't survive.
Yeah, no, that's true. There's something about Brandy that's just endearing. You're just like, all right, you want her to make it.
I've
Yeah.
always thought Brandy would be a good addition to Real Housewives. If she would
Oh
ever want to do
my
it, like if she would
God.
ever kind of want to go there with her career.
What's her
I
number?
always
I'll
kind of
call
thought that
her.
she would be an
Get her on.
interesting addition to like to Real Housewives.
Get Andy Cohen on the
Totally.
phone right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Because one thing we need to talk about, I think, is the motive of the killers. Oh, and Ray shows up finally and
Yeah,
fucking
with his gun.
biffs it
Saves the day,
immediately.
yeah.
No, he
Yeah.
biffs it right
Oh, yeah.
away.
Right.
He
yeah.
tries to save the day and then biffs it.
Doesn't know how to use a gun, so he gets the shit kicked out of him, and Julie
Yes.
gets the gun and kills the bad guys. But anyways, because Ben kills his own son,
Yes.
Benson,
Accidentally.
Will accidentally, and that's the problem with the hook.
There you go.
There was no stopping that thing.
Yeah.
But the motives of the killer, I think, are always really important. So, like in the first one, the motive was they left him for dead, right? They hit him with their
Right.
car and then rolled him off the side of the road and left him to die, but he didn't. So he killed them off one by one.
But he didn't die.
But he didn't die.
But he didn't die. And so this one is basically the same motive. But then you have to figure out why. It's crazy that his son's in on it.
Right.
And also, like, why did we have to go to the Bahamas to do this? Is it because you wanted them to see your creepy cemetery?
See, and then that's the whole thing of like, Ray was there too. And I know they tried to kill him once with the car, but
Yeah.
when he shows up, okay, so maybe they thought he was dead because there's the whole like Julie's name written on the headstone. And like, we're hyper focused on Julie,
Yeah.
but Ray is just as culpable as Julie.
Yeah, Ray was there as well.
So when he shows up, he should just be like, great, got both of you.
Great,
let's-
perfect.
let's
This is
kill you
exactly what
too.
I wanted.
Ray leaving the hospital was very Homer running out on Grandpa with the kidney. Of just hopping out of the window.
Going out the window. Yeah.
Yeah.
The motivations, the motives. I mean,
I don't
Which I know
know.
we're gonna
I don't-
talk
right.
about.
I don't know what you guys are
in
talking about. I think this
2025.
is a solid screenplay. But I mean, I think for what this movie is, I think it's pretty fun.
10 out of
It's-
10.
I think it's pretty watchable.
it's wild at the beginning of or at the point where Julie kind of comes clean with Brandy and she's like, all right, let me lay it on you. Last year, and you're like, last year? They shot
Last
this shit in a
fucking
year?
year.
That movie did come out last year. Holy crap. How are we
18
watch-
months.
how are we watching
18
the sequel?
months between the first one and the second one. That's
insane.
unheard of these days. Like,
No, crazy.
unheard of. We couldn't make a sequel in 18 months to save our lives anymore.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah,
way.
Totally.
Which is why I was surprised that this movie didn't do as well as they thought it would, because the original
Yeah.
came out literally the summer or the year before, but at the same time, like I said, the original kind of a dud.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Let's talk about
We should jump into 2025.
Let's talk about the new movie, directed by Jennifer Kalen Robinson, written by Sam Lansky and Jennifer Kalen Robinson, released last week, July 18th, 2025. I was reading today, and I kind of remember this being announced like 10 years ago, that Mike Flanagan was in talks to do a reboot of this series
Oh, boy.
in 2014.
Really?
And it didn't really make it past development.
Okay.
And
Well,
then when the cancellation of the 2021 television series, they kind of re-optioned the movie. And that's when
Okay.
they decided to do the Legacy-sequel that had been pretty successful with Scream, that
Yeah.
they were going to try it out with this movie.
yeah.
Were you
Which-
excited for this?
No. Literally not at all. I wouldn't have seen it had you not asked me to be on this episode. I
Forced
mean, I
you.
would have eventually, once it was
Yeah.
streaming and free, I would have tuned in. But no, I wasn't excited for this. I like we said, like, it's not a good villain. Like, it's really not
Yeah.
a good. And like, here's the thing: Ghostface is getting fucking old too. Like,
Yeah.
Ghost that franchise. We need
I don't
to
know what they're going to
rest
do
in
with this new
peace.
one.
We need to
That's going
let
to be
it
out in
die.
February. Yeah.
Come up with a new guy. Like, we got more ideas in there somewhere. So
Yeah.
so when it was like, oh, we're gonna do I Know What You Did Last Summer, it's like, okay, the plot's gonna be the exact same, and they're gonna somehow tie in the characters from the first movie in ways that barely make sense, and also
Yeah.
the killer sucks. And guess what? They did all that, and they made a banger.
So that's the thing. Like, to me, when you're going to just pretty much do the exact premise, which this is a very specific premise. Like,
Yeah.
it is like on the same stretch of road in the same town.
Yes.
They go to the length,
And it's
to
like,
actually
what's
set it.
what's the likelihood that this exact thing is going to happen again?
Especially when they flip it and they're the pedestrians. It's like, kids, right away with the pedestrians. Just go to the police.
Okay, this is probably my least favorite part about the movie is that what did they do last summer? Nothing. They didn't do anything wrong. Like, all they had to do was call the police and say, we saw a car run itself off the road.
Which
We
they
tried
did.
to stop it.
Yeah.
We held on to the... Like, they literally tried to save this guy who came
Yeah.
around the corner like a fucking bat out of hell and
Yeah.
almost hit them because they were so high on a quarter of
On half a
joint that they were sort of in the road. Like,
Curiously low stakes.
extremely low stakes. And the problem with doing it that way, first of all, I don't understand why they did that. I don't know if they thought it would make the characters more likable, because then the problem comes, like I said, with like the motives of the killer. That's so weird and wishy-washy. We'll get to it. It's so weird and wishy-washy because, like, these kids didn't really do anything wrong. Except not go to the police station to file a report. They called the police. The ambulance came.
Yeah.
The guy was dead. Like, he ran himself off the road. So that sucks because at least in the first one, I mean, they fucking hit a guy with their car. It's the highest stakes. They're drinking.
Yeah.
They are rich, spoiled kids who, you know, are about to go away to college. Like, those are really high stakes. The stakes in this one were non-existent, which
I
sucks.
was going to say, it kind of changes the dynamic when they're full grown adults
A little bit.
living in their own homes and like.
Yes, yeah.
And you want to talk about rich.
Yeah.
That chick, Danica,
dude,
the blonde, what in
This
the
is some
hell?
like Jeff Bezos
She
money.
had some Oprah money. What is this house on the water?
well,
Like,
and is that her
crazy.
house? Is that her
who knows?
fiance's
Yeah,
house?
I don't even know. I think you're right. I think it was Billy Campbell's son's house. I think.
Billy Campbell.
first
I had no
time.
idea he was in this movie.
No clue.
Until he showed up on screen.
No clue. Dracula.
Tales of the City, Billy Campbell, and from Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
Billy Campbell, is that the
He
the
was
real
the
estate
dad.
guy?
Yeah, he was the dad that was like, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it.
He's in The
Yeah.
Killing. He's so fucking good. I loved him. He also played Ted Bundy in a Lifetime
Oh,
movie.
he did in an old Lifetime movie. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. You're
he's
right.
really good as Ted Bundy, actually, surprisingly.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I think a couple of things kind of threw me. I was like, oh, they're not teenagers. They're fully in their mid to later 20s.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really tell what age they're supposed to be. Because...
I thought I saw something about like a high school reunion in there. So I was like, okay, so they're
Okay, so are they like 25?
maybe, I don't know. Yeah, but they seem to be at least of age, adults, old enough to...
Well, I tell you what, none of their fucking parents were around. I mean,
None of
that
I was
Danica,
gonna say, yeah.
That was another thing where it was like Danica's fiance gets brutally murdered while
Yeah.
she's in the house. And then, like, later that night, she's just, like, taking off her
doesn't-
makeup and, like, her
Yeah.
friend is there. And it's like, did your parents even call you? Like,
She
where
doesn't.
are your parents?
She doesn't have to break it. She doesn't have to break the news to her
His
fiance's parents.
Yeah, like,
For
there's a lot that they
for the
leave
bridal
out.
shower, I always think it's funny in movies like this, and it's just not this movie. In this bridal shower, you do not see one actress above the age of 25 in this scene.
Yeah.
I know.
That there is not somebody's mother, somebody's grandma, someone's aunt.
Yeah.
Well, and I wonder if that's because, like, literally the summer before, she had a different bridal shower because she was
Right,
marrying
okay,
a
that's
different
true.
guy, and, like,
That's
the
true.
families were all there, and then this one was kind of just, like, throwing it together because it really didn't seem like she had much love for her fiance. It very much
Right.
seemed like he died, and then she was like, oh, well, But I also know that's the thing with slashers is that, like, we can't cry over everyone who dies for too long because it would get boring. So you kind of do have to move. You get over it pretty quickly, or you're like, you know, distracted by like someone trying to kill you. But that was something in this movie where it was like, if someone died, it was like they never we never mentioned them again. No funerals.
In this one was the fault of the second fiance that gets killed. It's like, well, she says like, I think he's an alcoholic, and then we see him chugging Chardonnay out of the bottle.
Chugging a bottle of white wine.
Was it white wine?
Yeah.
I was like, is that supposed to be liquor?
No, it was white wine for sure.
Because something about chugging white wine is less, I don't know. But I was like, is that his big character flaw that we're supposed to be like, okay, well
he can go.
That bath bomb, that bath bomb that she puts in, that blood red bath bomb is insane.
She does not say. Here's the thing: if I had a red bath bomb, you'd be like, that makes sense,
right?
She is a living vampire.
Yeah.
But yeah, this girl, no, she did not have a red bath bomb, but the visual was beautiful. I appreciate
it looked really cool, but you're right. She doesn't seem like a red bath bomb type of girly. But I do think that Danica, played by Madeline Klein, not Madeline Kahn, she was making me laugh.
Incredible.
She was funny.
She's incredible.
She's in Knives Out.
Her.
She's in Knives Out: The Glass Onion. She's Dave Bautista's girlfriend.
Yeah, I only saw that one once. I should rewatch it though because I really liked her in this. I thought she was probably the best of the young crew.
Yeah, agree.
She had some good laughs.
She was so funny and so beautiful. She was easy to look at.
No, absolutely. Yeah. She just has like those lips. I was like, oh my gosh. Danica.
Although fillers for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Which is so crazy to see, especially that was one thing I noticed when watching I Still Know What You Did Last Summer last night. It is so fucking crazy to watch this movie as someone older than the characters in the movie.
Right.
Because I spent so much of my life watching them when they were like the adults. Like they were so grown up to me. So to watch it as like, oh, like they could, like Julie James could technically be my child. Like if I was 16 and pregnant, she could be my kid. That's insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, watching it as an adult and like seeing like that they're like kids getting murdered is a different experience. It's wild.
Yeah. And again, that kind of brings it to like, I mean, the male actors in this movie, the character Milo, played by Jonah Hauer King, he just seems like a full adult man.
Yeah,
like he looks like, you know, he was Prince Eric in the live action Little Mermaid.
I think this is a pretty nothing character.
Yeah,
super nothing character. He's the one that
it's a pretty unremarkable job here.
I was actually surprised that he didn't die sooner.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was surprised at how long that guy lasted because he really was a nothing. At least the real estate guy's son, what was his name? Spencer?
Teddy Spencer.
Teddy. Okay, Teddy Spencer. At least Teddy had like a little bit of something going for him because he had been broken up with by Danica a year before and like lived on his boat and was kind of a little bit of a loser.
Yeah.
And his
a rich
loser. Yeah. He had something.
I mean, it
going
was
for him.
even giving kind of like the Ryan Phillippe character and his arc of what happened a year later, where he's like, "Fuck you guys."
He
quotes the angry one.
He quotes Nicole Kidman's AMC speech.
He sure does.
He does.
He does. Oh, boy.
There were a lot of great lines in this one. Actually, there were a lot of really clever, funny little bits in this movie, and I
how do we feel about this wild card character that is not one of the couples? Her name is Stevie Ward, played by Sarah Pidgeon. Sarah Pidgeon is going to be Carolyn Bessette in this new Ryan Murphy JFK Jr. show.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. She's going to be playing Carolyn Bessette.
She was great. I mean, there was nothing wrong with her. I think the character was a little silly. I don't understand why, like, I actually do. Thinking about it, I understand why we had to meet her at the airport and she had to come into town with them because I think she was
you're talking about different characters.
Oh,
I'm talking about this woman that was working catering that ends up joining with them.
Joining with them.
Oh, I want to talk about the podcaster in a bit because I'm obsessed with her. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Stevie.
Yeah. Stevie, yes.
Yes.
Stevie.
Who worked with Freddie Prinze Jr. and
Yes.
who.
Yeah, so we don't find out that she actually works for Ray until a little bit later. And it's
True.
like, yeah.
That.
The outcast.
I think that was probably one of the weaker characters.
Agree.
And I feel like having her be a part of the, not to spoil it. Well, if you're listening to this, you watched it. Having her be one of the murderers really muddies it up. Because I think Freddie Prinze has, which, by the way, holy shit, incredible. We'll get to it. His motive is incredible.
Yeah.
And I really wish they would have just focused on that and not added in this, like, Stevie, it was my boyfriend. But,
That
like,
was
also
so
I was
convoluted.
there
That was
and, like,
so
participated in it.
convoluted. Yeah.
It was that was too messy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, they needed to actually kill a guy.
Yeah.
Take Stevie out. Just focus on the only killer we care about. So I thought Stevie was a little bit of a misstep, unfortunately.
Yeah. All the stuff with the pastor's car and all
like
the camp or
dad,
the church camp. I don't know what the hell the dad. Who?
Her dad,
Who's that?
lost all their money and skipped town. Right?
Yeah, that was so unclear.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. That's every movie so far in this franchise.
Yeah.
Maybe part of the franchise is super convoluted storylines that don't go anywhere because of all the red herrings that they try and throw at you.
Yeah.
And it ends up with like a little bit of a mess because you're like, wait, what was the deal with like the main girl? What was the character's name?
Ava.
I would have never got that.
I was just looking at
the.
I have the cast list up.
So the
right
main girl, Ava, at one point, she comes home, which I believe, like, I was literally like, where are her parents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's like coming home, but it doesn't seem like she's coming to her home. She lives elsewhere. She flew in.
Right. Yeah.
So it seems like she's at her parents' house. Her dad's not there. She sees a photo of her mom. She tells the photo of her mom, I miss you, Mom.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's going to come back. Never does.
Nope.
Never mentioned her mother again.
Nope. Gone.
So, yeah, I just feel like they try and put all these little things in there to keep you guessing the whole time. But then the finished package is like, what was that? What was all that stuff?
So my initial thoughts on this were like, okay, without having seen it, without having read anything about it, I was just like, oh, you know what I bet they did? I bet they just were going to completely reboot it, do either some sort of retelling of the original source material or just remake the 97
and that's what they did
movie.
with the TV show.
That's what they did with the TV show.
Okay.
But they were like, hey, you know what's really like cashing in right now? Let's bring in
Legacy
these,
characters.
legacy characters. And okay, so now instead of it being a straight remake, now it's going to be this re-quel situation. Now we've got to write them. Because if you really break it down, it's like
The characters kind of lift out.
Danica's Helen Shivers. Ava is Julie James.
Totally.
Like I said, Teddy is Ryan Phillippe. Like they're matching up with the 97 movie on that level pretty well.
Yeah.
So it was maybe at some point that's where the script was, and then they're just like, okay, fuck it. Let's just see who's available. Oh, okay. Let's write them in.
Oh, okay. Everyone but Ryan Phillippe is available.
Okay, so I have a question when this director or even like the studio is developing something like this.
Yeah.
And you can really say this about a lot of properties like Scream or even Star Wars. Do they think that if they don't write a movie that so closely resembles that original movie, the audiences are going to turn on
Reject it, yeah.
and reject it because it doesn't feel like I Know What You Did Last Summer movie if you don't mirror everything that happens in that first movie?
Probably.
That must be it. Because that's the thing. I mean, I really liked so many things in this.
Yeah.
And then there were just so many things that also made it a mess. And I think you're right, Pete. I think it seems like it's possible that they wrote a script that could work with or without
Yeah.
Freddie
In
Prinze
case if the
Jr.
actor said no.
In case, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe that was the direction that they gave them when
Yeah,
writing
that's
it,
probably-
too, of that, write a script that you can easily lift them out of.
Yes,
Yeah.
if necessary. Because, yeah, there's a couple really messy things in this. Like, I think I wrote, I was like, the franchise is really great at, like, what? Moments. Because, like, and I know what you, or I still know, it's like, the karaoke machine, what? Titus, what? Voodoo, the cemetery, a lot of what moments. And this one, my what list was so long. It was like, what did they do wrong last summer?
Yeah.
Why does everyone have automatic doors in their house? Where are the parents?
Like
What's with the creepy church people? How did this small town government wipe something from the internet?
I had a lot of questions about that, too. Scrubbed from the internet.
From the internet?
Insane dialogue.
Crazy.
Insane.
Which I would say one of the more successful elements of this movie that you could have probably even built more on are these events of 1997 have become such a huge part of this community that Helen Shivers is like this Laura Palmer character.
Totally.
That everybody just kind of knows the Croaker Queen from summer of 97 and her and her sister were murdered. That I think that stuff like that, I think is really fascinating if you go back into material like this and try to update it. That's why I think the character of the podcaster is my favorite. And I think that you could have probably had a little more fun with something like that, especially finding out of the events of that first movie from her podcast if you were one of the characters.
Totally.
First
well, and
of
also
all,
that
I would-
podcaster could have been, like I said, like the reason the podcaster is so like, what is happening, is because we're introduced to her because she's like hooking up with our main character
Crazy.
in the bathroom of the airport after they just met on the plane. And it's like, what? I guess we're supposed to take from that like her life is a little out of control and she's grasping at straws.
She's dabbling with bisexuality.
She's dabbling in bisexuality. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess that's what we're supposed to take from it. But that was so messy. Like, she could have just like met her on the plane. Like, she didn't have to be like a lesbian lover with her. Although,
were you that familiar with this actress who plays this character?
No.
She's dating the lead singer of the 1975, and I think that she's
gross.
sort of
Maddie Healy?
I think that she's sort of arch nemesis is with Taylor Swift.
No.
Okay, so her name
Love
is
her.
Gabriette.
Okay.
It's a mononym.
Okay.
Just Gabriette.
Oh.
She's a model. She's a singer. This like no eyebrow.
Well,
she
has chola eyebrows. in this movie.
eyebrows, but she's almost giving me. I mean, she's really giving me Hamlin.
Oh,
she's giving me the daughter.
Who's the daughter? Lisa Rinna's daughter.
She's giving me Lisa Rinna's daughter, Amelia. Amelia Gray. Amelia Gray Hamlin, who's a Lisa Rinna's daughter, and she's a model.
Okay.
But it's this exaggerated look that these Gen Zers are going for with the thin or no eyebrows, and it's kind of like, I don't know why everybody's saying she's goth because she's black hair, but
she had blonde hair.
She had blonde hair in the movie, a very distinct look. I liked her, like the flannel shirts and the Doc Martens and all that.
But talk about a character that's like born to die. Like, I literally was like, well, she's either the killer or she's the first dead.
Yeah.
And
her
she was the second
podcast,
dead.
Live Last Slaughter. Ashley, you wish that you would have thought of a name like that.
Live Last Slaughter. I do love the characterization of like, hey, murderers, like, time for a great murder. Like, she was like a perfect true crime
She was doing podcast voice. Yeah.
Absolutely. I thought she was great, and I thought that was a really great idea that she was like in town to record an episode. Again,
I think she should have. I think that they should have wrote it into the story that she keeps running into other podcasters doing the exact same thing.
Hilarious.
Of just the oversaturated podcasting market that everybody has to go to this town July 4th weekend.
July 4th weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
So
absolutely
Gabrielle
something
and
Lauren I would
Amelia
do.
Gray are actually leaning into their twinning accusations. So they have done some shoots together. So we'll put up some of these pictures. That's so interesting. I called that. I didn't know it was
You
a thing.
called that without even knowing about it.
How about it? That's Amelia on the left. That's crazy.
Now, if we're going to talk about looks, did we buy Julie James in a Cure t-shirt?
She's just that cool professor. She's
you
going to
buy
school in the Cure
I think
t-shirt.
Are they trying to sell her age as like she's Gen X?
Yeah,
We know she's we know she's a certain age. Why do they have to put her in a Cure t-shirt?
I know. I feel like maybe Alanis Morissette would have been a better choice for her. Even like rewatching it, she is a little bit darker in. Boy, they took so much from Scream sequel. Well, I guess they couldn't have because they came out in the same year. But it's just interesting that it's like she's away at college, just like Sydney was. She has this like cool black.
Well, it's also
roommate.
written by the same screenwriter.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. What?
It's Kevin Williamson.
No.
No, Scream 2 and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Are they written by the same?
I mean, Kevin Williamson wasn't. He didn't do I Still Know.
didn't do
What
I
You
Still
Did.
Know.
Okay.
He did that
I was
original
like,
movie.
Why would he do
Yeah.
that? No, for the sequels, it's like she goes away to college. She is a little darker. Remember, Sydney starts
Yeah.
wearing like a real dark lipstick, and she's wearing like jewel tones in college.
Earth colors.
Earth
Jewel
colors.
tones.
They
Yeah,
both
yeah.
have a cool black roommate. Like it's very similar, which is interesting
true,
because they
that's
came out in
true.
the same year, didn't they?
Yeah.
No,
Oh
Scream
no!
2 came out
Scream
the year
2
that-
is 97.
Yes,
Yeah, that
you're
the
right.
first I know
So
was
yeah,
the-
how
yeah.
interesting that they would do so many things
So I still know.
like
yeah.
like Scream 2.
Well, let's get real. Julie James should be wearing like a Natalie Imbruglia t-shirt or something.
that's what I'm
Maybe.
saying. Like Natalie Imbruglia, Alanis Morissette, I would buy.
Yeah,
The Cure. She never listened to The Cure.
No.
Absolutely not.
A boyfriend just put Just Like Heaven on a mixtape,
yeah,
and that was
Yeah.
that was her only in for The Cure.
yeah.
Maybe I would believe like a Tori Amos, but like I
Totally.
don't know. Yeah.
Bare
not-
Naked
not The
Ladies,
Cure.
even, but
Yeah.
The Cure.
Who did Flagpole Sitta? What's
I do like the
Harvey
and even
Danger.
Harvey Danger?
yeah, and even Ray even comments on it of when he goes over to Julie's house of that. Did you really say to track down this guy and to kill him? To these like 25-year-olds
Yeah.
to track down this person that is harassing you and just fucking kill him.
Yeah. Which at first I was like,
I mean,
this
I guess
seems
that there
weird
is
that
like a
Ray
dead
would
body
do
at this
this.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
seems weird
yeah.
that Ray would do this, and then I found out why.
Okay, so
I do have to say though, kind of talking about what we were talking about earlier. I think what does really work in this movie is when they do kind of lean into the fact that the other movies exist, right?
Yes.
When
Yeah.
they find the original
Shell.
I Know What You Did Last Summer handwritten note and they
Oh.
comment on the handwriting,
Yes.
dying,
Dead.
laughing.
Dead.
That shit also sent me to
So fucking
the
fun. It's just
outer
caps,
space. I
guys.
was laughing.
It's literally
and it's in their
just caps.
explanation point in that original note
No.
2,
It's just
written in Sharpie.
and it's in
Written in
Sharpie, and it's
Sharpie.
like bubbly handwriting,
Yeah.
and just like, oh my god, I died.
There were
I thought that
some
was so good.
elements of bringing in the old movie that I thought were just brilliant, like finding the float from that
Yeah.
original parade.
Okay, so
See, I
I
said
have
it's-
questions
no.
about that.
well,
I
here's the
thought
thing:
that it
why
was
would
the
it
float.
exist? That's insane.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
so what was going through my mind. Also, that cemetery scene is insane, and also that character wanting to bum a beer from people that are like visiting a grave, kind of gold. I love that.
Listen,
Like, can I have one of those beers? But I took it as, is this the warehouse that they're making the croaker float at?
yeah.
Not necessarily a shrine for Helen Shivers.
No, I didn't
but
think
is
it was
this
a
where
shrine for her.
Is this where they're building the new float?
But I think that was the float. I think they used the same float. Listen, this is a small. I mean, I know it's like an affluent town, but like I guarantee they don't build a new float every year. They store the old
Yeah.
float. They redecorate it. They do a different color scheme. They're not making a new float every year. This is the float. Maybe they got a new one after the bitch died. Like after
This
Helen
is going to be
Shivers got
their
murdered.
tribute to Helen Shivers.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking, I was like, is it in bad taste for them to continue on this Croaker Queen thing after this chick died? Like this minor, this
What are we going to
child,
do? Stop
teenager?
every tradition just because a bunch of people got murdered?
I love a good old hometown beauty pageant that is not like Miss Teen USA or anything.
Yes.
And Croaker
Bring
Queen,
it back.
Croaker
Bring it
Queen
back.
just kind of sounds like vulgar, like
Croaker
Queen.
Queen.
Like what? What does that even mean? Why is it Croaker? Like,
Okay,
what?
so there were a few.
I thought it was like Miss Baltimore Crabs. What's
Yeah.
croaking frogs?
So there were a few things in this movie that when I went in, I had a pretty good idea. I had not read spoilers, but because I have seen movies before,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, all right. So they got back this original cast.
Yeah.
You got back Freddie, my boy Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with
Absolutely.
him? Where can you possibly go with this story? So I kind of knew this character has to be the fisherman. Of like, I think it just makes sense that the character of Ray, after sort of all of this trauma with Julie James, is he just becomes the fisherman. So I was not shocked by any of that. I kind of saw it coming.
I saw it coming because I saw, it wasn't a spoiler, but I saw a review that was like, the end will have audiences divided. And I was like, well, Freddie Prinze Jr. is the killer.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, I immediately was like, well, that's what that means. And I was right. But I love his motive. I thought that was a really great motive. The fact that, like, he went through this, like, horrific traumatic event twice, by the way, where, like, his friends were murdered, someone tried to kill him, and this affluent town, remember, he's low class. Like, he's
Yeah.
maybe lower middle class. Like, he worked in the fish
riverboat
yard. I don't even know what
captain.
that's called. Like, he worked on the docks his whole life. He is the lower class. Now he owns a bar. It's not a nice bar. You know, it's the hometown dive bar.
It's on the dock.
It's on the dock.
Yeah.
And he's living in a town where they have completely erased that thing that happened to him and his friends simply to bring in more rich people and, you know, the tourist destination of it all, while also rich fucking kids are still getting away with bullshit. Like, these rich assholes are still getting away with this shit.
Still covering it up. Still getting
And the town's still covering it up because they're rich kids. If it was a poor kid that happened to, no one would have covered that up for them. And they would have gone to jail. So, like, I love his motive. But again, it gets so convoluted when you add the Stevie storyline in. And, like, he's like a... I don't know. He
Like, it
promised
would
her
have worked-
dad he would, like, look after her.
Yeah.
Or,
Like, it would have worked better if it was just him.
just him.
The one gag that I did not hear about was the very special appearance of
SMG.
SMG. Gagged.
Gagged.
Well, and also there were interviews with Sarah Michelle Gellar that were a fake out too.
Well,
and I
you
think
know,
that even
you're
with
gonna do
with this director of, I think that she was saying is, oh, we really tried hard to somehow fit Sarah Michelle Gellar in the story, but the bitch is dead.
Yeah. I mean,
like, what are we gonna do?
They talked to her
And
and they're
even-
like, are you going to be in the sequel? And she's like, well, I died in the first one, so probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But what do we think of that moment? I kind of wish the scene was a little better directed of how we get into a dream sequence.
Right.
That I wish that there would have been sort of a moment where you're like, oh, fuck, it's a dream.
Well-
Not so blatantly obvious going into it.
To be fair, I thought it kind of came out of nowhere and was silly until I rewatched I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Because the dream sequence in these movies is a thing. We have one in the first movie, we have one in the second movie, maybe two, because what the fuck was the end of I Still Know What You Did Last Summer? That was so dumb. She got, like, pulled
Yeah, that
under the
was
bed.
crazy.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But in the end of the first one, right, she gets, like, attacked in a steam room
shower.
in the
Yes.
shower.
Yeah. Yep.
But that was a dream, apparently. I guess the second movie was a dream too. But the second movie, I still know, starts with a dream sequence because she's like at confession, and she's telling the priest, that
Yeah.
that she killed a guy, and it turns out the priest is the fisher. So I love that. Like, absolutely, a dream sequence fits in perfectly.
Yeah, that's true.
It did sort of look like they filmed it a week prior to the movie coming out, which is a little bit of a bummer. Like that and the special scene we get after the credits, or like in the credits, I feel like definitely felt like they felt like Super Bowl commercials.
Oh, yeah.
They were filmed so weird compared to the other scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen the photos that Sarah just posted?
No.
So she was actually there because it was one of those weird things that now when you see scenes like this that you're just thinking, is this shit AI? Like, was Sarah actually on set for any of this? But she actually was there.
Okay.
And she posted a picture that she had dots on her face.
Yeah, because they did.
Like, of just...
They had to de-age her because she died, 20 years prior. Or 30 years prior or whatever. So they had to de-age her. I get that. And that didn't look too bad. It was when she, like, turned into a zombie. Where, her face rotted off. That was a little...
This feels like the AI special effects.
Yeah. This
of
was
sort
a
of
moment.
saving money.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, these movies, especially, like, the Scream and the I Know What You Did Last Summer, they don't need a lot of special effects. Because it's a lot of stabbing.
Yeah.
Easy to pull off. A lot of fake blood. Super easy. So when you have like all of a sudden like kind of bad CGI, it's like, whoa, what happened? You had your CGI budget had to be huge because you didn't use it on anything else. You could have made this look a little better, don't we think?
Yeah, that and the weird like. I don't know what they were doing when Billy Campbell and the son Teddy, when their bodies were like all strung up.
How long were those bodies there?
Those weird shapes.
How long were those bodies sitting, like hanging on that dock? Because it looked pretty late in the morning.
I mean,
especially with like the summer,
arrived.
the sun comes up early.
Yeah. That
they were still hanging there.
Yeah, you'd think that one of the fishermen who got up at like 3:00 in the morning to do their jobs would have noticed. That's another thing that is kind of a bummer, but I think it's a bummer about the first, second, and third now of these movies is that the kills themselves aren't super exciting. Like, I can't remember. I liked Danica's fiance's murder. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the spear gun.
The spear gun was cool.
Yeah.
Like, that was like...
But the one guy, Milo, just got choked.
Yeah, just got choked in a car.
With the rope. That was it.
You know what is the best scene of I Know What You Did Last Summer, 97, is Helen's chase scene.
Absolutely.
I think is a very well shot and acted scene, like through the store, where when you kind of read of how they did that scene, they found that location, and that's how they blocked the scene. Is that director just really liked that store?
Yeah, it's great.
And he was just like, well, let's work it into the movie somehow.
Yeah.
So we just get that really beautifully shot chase scene.
Yeah.
They kind of recreate it in this movie a little bit. There's nods to it. When she's going up the elevator.
I mean, when she was pulling herself up in that elevator, I was like, all right, limbs are going to be like hacked off in this elevator somehow. Nothing.
No.
All of a sudden, she's on the next floor. And I was like, wait a minute, that was... You give us this elevator, and there's pulleys, and you're pulling yourself up by the rope, and you think a leg's going to get yanked out.
A leg's going to get yanked out, or maybe like
something.
someone's going to cut the rope, and she's going to fall and get crushed.
Yeah. But then she just ends up on the second floor. I was like...
Yeah.
And another choking. I mean, technically it's a hanging, but basically choking.
Yeah.
And there's just something about how that scene is in the first movie that whenever you rewatch it, there's a part of you that thinks... Helen's gonna live.
She might.
When she's on. When I think so. When you're watching it, that when she's going down that alley, that there's a part of you that thinks that she might get away, and then they get you at that last moment.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that's a good slasher. Is that there should be a moment where you think this girl's gonna get away.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the That's what you strive for.
Yeah.
This one definitely, I feel like the chase scenes were a little muted. I feel like they were a little slow. I don't feel like there was a ton of tension. I feel like on the goofiness scale, they nailed it. It could have been a little scarier. They could have given me a one or two scares, but it was pretty predictable in regards to like the kills and who dies and who lives and.
Yeah, agreed.
All of these scenes happening in broad daylight, I think, is interesting.
Definitely.
That the last act of this movie, it's like noon on like a Tuesday.
That's true. Yeah, like the climax of this movie. I mean, yeah, they're on a boat and it's sunny. And then they're in a bar and it's sunny. Which, like, there's nothing wrong with daytime horror, but I do think that you also have to find a way to make it scary. Even if
I
the
think
sun's
that
out.
if they would have had a stronger director,
Yeah.
they could have accomplished stuff like that.
Yeah,
too.
probably.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to the killing of Teddy and his dad,
Yeah.
that was one I actually did like. I wish we could have seen it like happen. We didn't really see it happen, but I did like that they strung him up because that fits the motive. Like the whole like, okay, you're
Right.
gonna pretend like this shit isn't happening in our town.
Yeah. Look at him.
Yeah.
Well, now I strung him up in public, and you can't say that this is a suicide. So I liked that part of it. But yeah, I feel like right after that, the movie falls apart a little bit. Because
Yes.
even Freddie's reveal, the reveal of Stevie and the reveal of Freddie, the reveal of Stevie is rough. And then even
Yeah.
Freddie, like, I wanted him to have a better monologue.
Sure.
I wanted Love to
Yeah.
kill him. I think they should have given that
Yeah.
moment to
Julie.
to Julie.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's true. After all these years, yeah, I do. I think you're right about the his speech. This church situation.
Okay,
with
the church
pastor-
situation.
Oh, all of the stuff at the church is
knows?
insane. It feels like it's from a completely
Who
different
knows
movie.
what's going on there? Okay, at the very, 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 very beginning, right?
Yeah.
Danica's first bridal shower, right before it happens, and they see Stevie, and they're like, "Oh, there's there's Stevie. There's like the smelly girl over there, right?" Like, "Oh no, actually, just kidding. We're friends with her. We really like her." Even though, well, I guess she says that she wasn't there the whole time. She just says she came to pick up stuff.
Yeah, she came up to pick
Because
up
it
the
was-
empty
yeah.
bottles.
Sure,
Sure.
sure.
Add that to the
Because I was-
what list.
Yeah, because I was gonna say,
A crate of empty bottles.
She was working this party, and none of them saw her. Your friend,
No.
but she wasn't.
She
working
was there to
it.
pick
She
up the empty
She
bottles.
came to pick up the empties. All right, whatever. That's fine.
But the girl she's with is the girl from the church, right?
yes, and
Yeah.
that was going to be my point, because at that point she's just like, "Oh, who are they?" And it kind of comes across like they're the Richies having this party, and we actually have jobs, and we have to like pick up after their shit and like all that stuff. And she's just like, "Oh no, they're my friends," and she's kind of giving off a little slight jealousy, but slight like apprehensiveness. I don't know. There's not.
She's
a lot
supposed to be
there.
one of the red herrings.
There's not a lot
Yeah.
there. I think she's supposed to be a red herring. Then we see her later, and she's full on like Joanna Duggar, like
Yes.
long maxi skirt to the ground, washing the windows.
She
just
washes
like-
that window for so
like-
long.
It's like the rent's due tomorrow, and she's just fully giving off like, "Oh, you're here to talk," like very culty.
Is this supposed to be
absolutely. Very
Is this
culty.
supposed to be the Anne Heche role?
Oh,
From the first movie?
potentially,
Yeah,
but the
could've
pastor
been.
maybe, because he was weird.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing with like the pastor. It's like they break in, they go to his office. Why does he have drawings of the guy that died? Like, there's just, again, it's the red herring thing. They add in all these weird fucking things that all these people do to throw you off the scent. But then,
I was like, was the pastor doing it with the guy
Yeah.
that turned out to be Stevie's
Then-
dad? Was that a thing? I don't know.
once it all comes back around, you have the full picture. then you're like, why what? What's going on with
The
this
motivations are so weird.
creepy priest, this creepy pastor?
He just happens to be a creepy pastor. Like, come on, they exist.
I will
redhead.
say, when I left this movie, I went to see it with my friend Austin, and we left, and we were like, well, that was the worst thing I've ever seen. And we were like, that was so dumb. It was so bad. Like, I can't believe how bad it was. And then we texted about it for 3 full days.
You're like, just kidding. I loved
And
it.
I was like, I've come full circle. I've come all the way back around from hating this movie to loving this movie. And I do still think, like, there's a lot of problems. A lot of problems.
There's a ton.
But, you know, par for the course. I think that it's like that with every one of these movies. So if you love I Know What You Did Last Summer and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, there's literally no reason not to love I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025.
2025.
Yeah. I kind of want to see the sequel that they hint on.
Where they go after Stevie.
Love and Brandy.
Oh, and Brandy. Brandy. I knew.
The iconic duo.
We were texting about this. We were like, we better
return of
get
Brandy.
Brandy. So when she showed up in that end credit sequence, I was like, thank God. Thank God we got Brandy.
The return of Karla. I kind of wanted. I was kind of expecting her to be like when the husband or whatever comes down, and she's like, "What? I can't hear you over these Raycon headphones. Let me take them out." Yes, they do give superior quality at half the price.
I told you, it's like a Super Bowl commercial. The whole thing felt like a Super Bowl commercial. It was so weird. It was filmed very weird.
I half wanted her to be like Julie James and slam the door in her face.
Yeah.
But
she's not going to get involved with that again. But no, she opens the door and she's like, oh, are we going to kill some motherfuckers?
We got to go fuck up this. All right, let's do it. Okay.
I will say, I loved, this was my favorite line of the whole movie, and it's an I Still Know What You Did Last Summer reference, and it's when they, I think it's Teddy suggests it. He's like, why don't we just get on my boat and go to the Bahamas for a few days and get out of town until this all blows over? And Freddie Prinze Jr. was like, I don't even have the time to explain to you why that's a bad idea. And it's such a throwaway. Like, if you hadn't seen I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, you would, like, not think twice about it. But if you have, you'd be like, yes, thank you. I love that because so many times, like, when they do these legacy, like Halloween, for example, when they brought it back in 2018, they completely wrote out Halloween 2. And, like, I get it. A lot of people don't like the lore that Michael is Laurie's brother. I get it. I get that. But it happened, and we were all there. So to be like, just kidding, this is a sequel to the first one, not the second one, that's weird. And this one, they're like, no, the second one, 1,000% happened. We are referencing it. We know it was bad. No one's going to talk about Titus. We don't have to talk about Titus. But we are going to reference this movie. So I love them for that. Thank God.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I feel like all the references and jokes, I feel like is when this movie is really kind of at its best.
Yeah.
Understanding that, like, yes, this is a horror movie and we're going for scares and all that, but when we can, we're going to throw in some like winks to the audience, and I think that's when they work. And I think
it's just enough too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I think that there's parts of it that may feel like a story missed opportunity to maybe not do it more.
Yeah.
Just because how involved are we with all of these new characters? I don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I really think that they could have had a tight movie had they taken the Stevie character out completely, made them actually commit a crime. Or here's the thing. Maybe they didn't commit a crime. Ray's been pissed for 30 years. So maybe they did just kind of, like, that would be interesting, too, to be like, no, they actually didn't do anything wrong. You're just, like, really crazy pissed still, and you're taking it out on these kids who didn't actually do anything wrong. Like, that would be interesting, but they muddy it up so much with this Stevie character and her motivations, and it just, that's where they run into problems. And I think, honest to God, I think you're right. I think they had to have a contingency plan for if they couldn't get Freddie and Jennifer Love Hewitt back in, and that was a bummer. They also, you know,
I think Stevie might be a loose end from that, because now with Ray dead, if they do potentially want to move forward with the sequel, whether or not Karla is involved, there's that line at the end where she's just like, "Oh my God, I forgot to tell you, Stevie's alive."
Yeah.
Like,
well, and
sure.
also, how do they know that?
They're in the hospital. Maybe she's just heard. Who knows?
Was her just body lost at sea?
No,
and they
she's
just
alive.
haven't found it?
No, she's alive. She said, "I forgot to tell you, Stevie lived."
Did she escape from the hospital?
Yeah.
No, she's just in the hospital, maybe. And those guys got out. Because when she said to Ray, like, "Oh, you killed your accomplice or whatever," and he said, "Did I?" So maybe the idea was like he shot her and she jumped off the boat?
Or maybe that was all a fib?
Yeah.
Like a fib?
Yeah.
Like
she didn't actually get shot, she just jumped off the boat?
But why?
Or
Why
he
wouldn't
planned
they?
to shoot
'Cause
her
here's the
somewhere that she would live?
Maybe he was trying to
don't know.
lure Julie there,
Yeah.
and that's why they had. Because that's the thing is like if that was the case, if that was a fib, dude, I don't know. See, this is the problem
who
when you
knows?
actually
Yeah,
start
we're
to
just
ask.
going around
If
in
you
circles.
actually ask questions, you're gonna
Break it down.
you're gonna get
Don't
lost.
pull the threads.
Do
Yeah,
not pull
don't
the threads. This
It's
this sweater
gonna
is
hold
about
water.
to fall
Yeah.
apart at any minute. It's going to disintegrate in the waters of North Carolina, because it ain't holding up.
No, yeah. But I mean,
So where do we feel like this movie fits in the legacy sequel conversation? I mean, which ones have been done? There, I mean, Scream is the obvious one.
Halloween.
Halloween. Candyman. Did you like the new Candyman?
Yes, I actually love.
I thought it was good.
Love the new Candyman. I think there's one
same.
scene that you need to cut, and I think maybe we all know what that is. The museum people, they're weird.
Oh,
they're,
sure,
the
sure,
art,
sure, yeah.
the art gallery guy, like that.
Oh, sure,
fucking,
yeah.
What is that? It's so bad. It's so bad. It doesn't belong in that movie. But Candyman, I thought, was an incredible sequel. That might even be my number one. Because even the Scream sequel, the Scream franchise has been the most successful. But I also think it's so boring at this point. Like they have not done a single new thing.
Especially with the last one that then it's like, so we're just doing Scream 2 now.
Yes.
The ending of Scream 2.
Yeah.
Like that's the ending of this movie.
Yeah, I don't even fucking remember how the last one ended. Like, they all just sort of blend together for me, the three new ones. Yeah. And the motives are getting a little... I feel like... So, there was Scream, and then Scream 5 and Scream 6? Right?
Well, the new one is going to be out in February, and that's the third movie of the new ones.
Is it? It's not the fourth?
Because there's
movie of the new
Scream.
one?
Yeah, because the newest one was Five Cream.
Scream in
Cream.
New York.
Yeah.
5 Cream in New York.
Yeah,
and that was number 7.
And then there was Scream. No, there was Scream 6.
Number 6.
No, it was 6.
Yeah.
So we have Scream 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
No, so this is going to be the fourth of the Legacy sequels.
Well, no, because Scream 4 was its own thing in the middle with
Emma Roberts.
Oh, that's right. Scream.
And then we get the
was
one with
its
Jenna.
own thing.
So then there was Five Cream
Melissa.
with
Five
with
Cream.
Jenna. Yeah.
5 Cream.
and then
Okay,
there
so
was Scream
5
6.
then-
Cream,
Ghostface Takes Manhattan.
4 and 5. Okay, this is what it is.
Yeah.
4 and 5 have the same motives, and that drives me
Yes.
insane. Like, it's almost the exact same. And maybe that is because the Emma thing was its own thing, and now they're like recreating this new sequel. But I really hated 5. I feel like I like 6 a little bit more than 5. I don't know. Scream it's just boring to me at this point. I mean,
Yeah,
They got Ned back
tend
for
to
this next
agree.
one.
I know, but,
I
like,
just don't
let
know
her
where.
rest.
I don't know
Let-
where you can take this movie
Let this
to.
woman.
I know.
I think that they're going to be working in AI to
No.
the Ghostface's like killings.
Repertoire?
That I think that they're going to be recreating past
right.
killers with
Well,
AI
whatever.
somehow. Yeah.
Okay, so we have Candyman, Scream, the new Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
Which I loved Halloween, the 2018, when it was just a standalone, and I thought that was such a killer ending. I fucking loved it. And then there was Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. So if we had left it at just Halloween, I think it would have been really strong. But yeah, they just keep going. Stop going.
Stop going.
Stop going.
Just at some point.
At some point, yeah.
At some point,
Sydney.
just stop.
I mean, at this
we're
point,
getting
if I was Sydney, guess what? I'm taking myself out. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. If Nev Campbell is not the killer in Scream 7, pack it up.
Agreed. I mean, are we getting a new scary movie?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's something in the works. Well, you know what I think could be fun about a new scary movie is I want to see them do the A24 horror
Midsommar.
movie in a Wayne's Brothers movie.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah, The Witch.
Yeah. Like Hereditary, all of that. I want to see that in a Wayne's Brothers movie.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely tune in for Scary Movie, the Scary Movie reboot. I don't think I've seen anything past Scary Movie 2 or 3. I don't even know how many.
The opening of 3 is really good.
Once the Wayans leave, it's kind of downhill.
Yeah, well,
so
that checks out.
All right, Ashley, we should probably wind this down.
I
Thank you so much for coming on. I feel like I love your episodes because it just gives us a good opportunity to catch up.
I know, and just talk about movies. This is kind of what our relationship was like when we got to hang out all the time. Just talking about what we loved and hated about all the movies we watched.
Billy was just on for Superman, so
I can't wait to listen. I got to watch Superman first, but then
we have the back-to-back old BN Burbank crew.
Oh, it's a reunion. No, thank you guys for having me. I always fucking love coming on this show. It's one of my faves.
Yeah, definitely. Keep it weird.
Yeah.
Going strong.
Keep it weird's going strong. We're in season, I don't even know. What season are we in? 9? Season 9? Next year's going to be season 10. Then we got to pack it in, right?
Gosh.
Like, that's insane. We started in 2017.
Wow.
Yeah, Keep It Weird's going strong. You guys should follow us at Keep It Weirdcast, and you should head to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/keepitweirdpodcast. We just did a really great episode. It comes out on this Friday, actually, same day that you're listening to this, so today, where we go all in on Appalachia. And the legends and lore of Appalachia and why Appalachia is the way that it is. It's a really good one. I'm really excited about it.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, listeners, you heard. Go check out Keep It Weird. Keep on listening to Ashley and Lauren. They've got a great show going on.
Yeah, we do.
And, yeah.
And we got plenty of episodes with Pete and Scott, so...
Yes,
we have plenty of episodes with us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
So you can go find those.
Yes. Well, you're always welcome on here for anything you want to talk about, so anytime you want to come back.
I will. I'll be
Let us
back.
know.
Don't you worry.
Sweet. All right, thank you so much once again. Listeners, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with more show. Welcome back, listeners. Thank you for sticking around to the very, very end.
Closing out July.
Closing out July with another extra long episode for you. So, you're welcome. 2 in a row.
How did you like our trips to the movies?
It was fun. I enjoy covering brand new movies that are still in theaters. I think that's some fun stuff. I hope listeners got a chance to see the movies or just listen to us talk and spoil some stuff for you. I mean, come on. Superman, and I know what you did last summer. What are we spoiling? This is well-worn territory.
Yeah. I'm surprised that there were things about this movie that I hadn't read before we went.
Sure.
Because I feel like we were just at that time that I think that if we would have waited a few more days, I would have seen something online.
Yes.
Of Sarah or Freddie.
Yeah. And I mean, you and I usually see movies opening week. typically. So, and I think that's a good thing because sometimes things do get spoiled online or on podcasts. But hey, go out and check this one out if you haven't already. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I would be open to doing more movies that are still in theaters. So, yeah. Gosh, it's going to be August soon.
Yeah. End of the summer. Dog days of summer.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. Well, anyhow, I think it's just about that time.
For Patreon shout-outs?
Time for some Patreon shout-outs. We have some brand new patrons that we'd like to say hello to and give a great big shout-out, like our friend Callum.
I just subscribed to the Once Upon a VHS Patreon. So, listeners, if you like that show, go check out their podcast. I just listened to the Lord of the Rings episode, The Fellowship.
Sweet.
And it was really funny.
And our friend Callum from Once Upon a VHS has just subscribed to ours. So, podcasters supporting podcasters. We love it. So, hello to also to Joseph and David, Chava, Kitsch, Barbie Clubhouse, Ronnie, Matt, Karla, Leah, Megan, Rachel, Andrew, Stephen, Leah, SB, Brian, Sarah, Richard, Mark, Deja, Amy, Erica, Anna, our friends at How Do You Drew podcast, Andy, Kate, Pep, Roberto, Daisy, Kelly, Chrissy, Laura, Thomas, Lori, Brenna, Jess, Lawrence, Lisa, Alexis, Thomas, Millie, Ted, Benny, Melanie, Susan, Paul, Jamie, Drew, Genevieve, Dawn, Josh, Aaron, Nick and Shannon, Christine, and Rufino. You guys, thank you so much for being patrons.
Yeah, thanks so much. There is a lot of fun stuff on Patreon this month.
There is.
We're
smack in the middle of our summer series. We're doing the logo years
talking about
of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race. Around the time this episode comes out, we will have a new episode of that.
Yes, indeed.
That is going to be at the $5 level with the TV shows that keep us gay.
Yes.
Where we watch one of our favorite TV episodes and talk about it.
Yes, indeed. I think we're going to do a Three's Company this for July, and that's going to be really fun. That's at $5. At $10, you get all of that TV that keeps us gay, plus a Watch With Us commentary track where we watch a movie and record a commentary as we're watching.
Those always come out at the end of the month.
Mm-hmm. So we got a couple of things to record pretty soon, and those will be dropping very, very shortly. So head over to patreon.com/movies that made us gay for more information and sign up. There's lots of bonus content for you.
A lot of good summer listens for you.
And there's the whole back catalog of content.
There's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah. So even if you want to do just a donation for a month, just drop the $10 for 30 days and you'll have access to everything. There's a lot of great stuff for you. So we'd also love it if you would subscribe on your podcast platform and leave us any comments or 5-star
review.
ratings.
Give us 5 stars. Share your favorite episodes. We'd love to see it.
Yes, indeed. If you have a iPhone or an iPad, you've got the Apple Podcast app pre-installed. So head over there and search for the show and write us a review and hit the 5 stars. That really helps the show. And same thing for our socials. We are at Movies That Made Us Gay on Instagram. We're most active there. And like Scott said, like our comments, or like our posts, comment on our posts, share them with friends, post them to your stories. All of that interaction helps the show reach a wider audience. So we're also on Threads and Blue Sky, but we're definitely most active over on Instagram. If you want to follow our socials, you can. My name's Pete. I'm at Peter Lasagna on Instagram.
Scott Youngballer, and follow my letterbox.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for sticking with us for this extra long double feature. We'll be back next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.